what's faster. Tonight we have Super Mario Party versus A Link to the Past randomizer. But before we get into that, I just want to let everyone know that AGDQ 2023 online prize submissions are open from now until December 30th. So go to gamesdonequick.com for more information about that. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Futon to introduce himself and our other runner, and then we'll let him take it away.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Futon. I'm playing with my good friend Locke, Cole Live.
Hello.
We're going to be doing Mario Party Superstars all boards normal difficulty against Link to the Past randomizer all dungeons cross keys. We've tested this a few times. We have a good estimate of what this can be, but both games are heavily RNG, so we'll see about that.
It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, Locke's got far more RNG on his end for where things can be to change how long it'll take him, and where my game is RNG pretty much every step of the way on each turn, it is a lot more consistent on its overall time, so that'll be a fun timing to compare against.
Yeah, and meanwhile, me, it's just, hey, I found a cool item, this is great.
Yeah.
Or I found a piece of
hard to tell Locke's progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, make a file here real quick.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
I am on my start button, ready to go.
I should. Okay, so, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Would you like to count down, or you want me to count down?
You can count it down.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started then. Mario Party versus Cross Keys in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Locke gets to jump right into it, and I have a long cutscene to go through.
Yeah, do you want to talk about how Mario Party goes for your speedrun, then I'll talk about Cross Keys afterwards?
Sure. So for Mario Party, the speedruns are really just turn by turn, go as fast as you can. You have to win every board. That's a pretty important part. And it's fairly consistent, as I mentioned before. So you really just go through you get a quick strategy to try to loop through your turns as quick as you can. You hope the mini games aren't too long, and then you go to the next board, and it's a really quick process through that.
Ooh, okay, hold on, I found a mirror. Let's go.
Locke's already rolling in a progression item. Actually, that one's technically not required.
Yeah, this one's technically not required, but this is good for finding a bunch of entrances.
Yeah, it'll speed up your overall world progression to find everything you need.
Yeah, it will.
I'm still going through a cutscene.
Doing my save quit. For Link to the Past Cross Keys, all the entrances are shuffled in the world of Hyrule. As we can see with going through the main castle of Hyrule, there I popped out in some random cave. So I have to find all of the dungeons in the game. With the keys part of it, all of the keys to the dungeons are everywhere in the world. And I believe I added on Shop Sanity, so I need to manage my money too. Because, you know, Futon manages his coins. I'll manage my money too.
Had a great start. I got a custom block off the first turn, which is a great way to get a happening space. For this board, for my end, I'd like to keep all the CPUs on the left side, because the right side has a few more slow spaces and Boo, which can really slow down the game. But unfortunately, Yoshi rolled a 10 off the bat and got across, so I won't be able to keep them all over.
Yeah, a lot of his game reacts to what's actually happening in the board midway through.
Yeah, every turn, I'm typically planning what I'd like to do, if I have any control, that is. Sometimes you just don't have items and there's no options in front of you, and you just roll and you let the turn go by, and that's fine. But there's sometimes, like now that I have a custom die, I have to think about when I'd like to use it and what benefits it'll have for me. I do have bonus stars on in the classic variety, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to get the outcomes I need. For example, out of this next turn, I'm going to try to land on a happening space because A, it gives me a point towards the bonus star, and then B, moving the star over to the left side keeps the AI on the left side, which is really important for me. Because there's those slow spaces I was talking about on the right side. There's one Bowser space on the left and two on the right. There's a chance time on the right, which there isn't on the left. And while the right side is a longer section, it does have all the slow stuff. And both sides have the same time, whether you're buying a star or not, so it's not a big deal. So I'm just gonna pick a 4 and land on this happening space here. The alternative strategy, if I don't get that, is I could pay the Thwomp a lot of money and just get it out of the way. But I actually don't like being on that side either, because me going to Boo is just as slow as the AI stealing from me.
And meanwhile, for me, this is another part of the cross-world entrance where a connector will take me to either the light or the dark world. It all depends. And that's why I'm glad I got the mirror super early on, because I can mirror back from the dark world to the light world and check more entrances. Connectors and cross keys are usually a big thing, depending on where they end up taking you. Looks like these ones aren't the greatest. And that was a part of Shop Sanity there, where the shop's items are all potentially progression. There was a key. Typically, you'll see money being sold for less money, which is always great. You know, free money. I don't have money. I don't have money. My sword.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
My sword. I'll come back for it. I'll come back for you. This start so far, I don't have basically anything, which is not great.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and come
Things
back.
got a little dicey over here.
Oh.
It's okay, I dodged a bullet and let Peach go instead.
There are
And
definitely
they are
a good
not
amount of...
playing safely for me right now. They're usually, the AI are kind of, they can be really dumb and do really dumb things. And one of those dumb things is often they just go to the edge for no reason and sit there.
Wait.
And I'm in a bit of a pickle right now because Yoshi isn't doing that. There we go.
Yeah, Futon's playing as Luigi.
Yes.
I made Futon choose Yoshi because I love Yoshi. So if Yoshi screws him over, it's all me.
Yeah, we've brought in Yoshi for Locke to be my enemy. We have a good meme running on my channel the last 5 or so that I've run where Birdo just seems to lose at any circumstance they can. They make terrible choices. Somehow they don't always come last with how bad they play. So I just kept Birdo around for that meme, and then Peach is around because my girlfriend likes Peach, and, you know, why not?
That's fair. All right, now to check the one item I forgot to last time we did this, and I lost the race by like 10 minutes.
Oh, I should add on, as you might understand from me just choosing random AIs for feeling reasons, the opponents I choose don't have an effect on the AI at all, unlike previous Mario parties where they might have preferred items or different hitboxes. I don't think anyone's actually tested the hitboxes fully, but I feel like if that was a problem, we would have heard about it by now, so I think the hitboxes are safe.
I need money.
Desperately looking for that sword.
It's not even that.
Very
Just keep
important
running
starting
shops.
item. Oh no, Peach!
Money.
That's unfortunate. Alright, I got a second happening space, so the star is back on the right side, and I need to change that quickly. Fortunately, everyone's past the Thwomp, so I should be the first there and able to reclose it. But it is a problem.
In cross keys, when you need money, this is a very nice cave to find. It is 50 rupees behind all these pots, and very helpful.
Yeah, and if you're curious why a sword, well, I'm sure you probably, if you're a viewer and you know what Zelda is, you probably understand why Locke wants that sword so badly, but in cross keys and in this rando specifically, you don't start with a weapon, and it's not just gifted to you. So that sword is actually extremely vital for Locke.
Especially it being my very first actual weapon. There are a few other items I could get that are an actual weapon, like a hammer, a bow, even some of the magic weapons, but those are, of course, limited by ammo, limited by my resources. Sword is infinite. I can use a sword forever and not have to worry about it.
I have a tracker on my side that lets me pay better attention to the bonus stars, and I've already forgotten how the minigames went, so I wasn't using it, so hopefully I am accurate on that. I'm not too worried about that anyways, though, because on normal with bonus stars it shouldn't be too hard. Some boards actually can get away from you, but we've added some... Oh, Birdo's gonna make my life better too. We've added some safeties here where I always use bonus stars on every board. Typically, if I was speedrunning this myself, I wouldn't on Birthday Cake, because it's pretty winnable, but I just want to absolutely make sure I don't lose, because losing a board is a 30-minute loss, and that's just not acceptable in a marathon or a showcase or anything, so we gotta play safe.
Yeah, meanwhile, for me, if I die, I can lose, a couple minutes, which is not the biggest of deals. Of course, I don't want to die, but sometimes the game wants you dead, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did start Locke with pseudo boots. They aren't the real ones, but the Locke can dash right away to help the speed of the game.
Yeah, because
just as much as we can to not vary the length of it and keep it close to the 230.
Yeah, because walking around the world of Hyrule is very slow when you don't have boots.
Yes.
They're definitely
This is a fun
the most...
minigame. Can I... Oh, got it. Perfect. One of the fun things about Mario Party speedrunning is trying to lose some minigames as fast as possible. And that's a good one to lose as quick as you can. I was able to push my teammates into the spike and join in. Only one cycle on that is really fast.
I know where backup escape is. I can go ahead and just...
I am in a bad spot in that I have a lot of money and Yoshi's coming to boo. And the AI typically steal from whoever's in first. There's some rare chances where they don't, such as if they want to steal coins from someone and the first person in first has a star but not a lot of money, they might steal from second who has a lot of coins. But that's not a current issue, so they're definitely going to take my money. And the animations in Mario Party when they're between two AI are really, really fast. It'll just whip through them. But if they're stealing from you, for example, or getting in a duel with you, it takes a long time. So we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah, that's not bad smoking. Meanwhile, this is definitely a place where I wanted that sword beforehand, but finding this now is kind of fine.
You didn't learn my bomb strat video? No. Come on, Locke.
You have a bomb strat video?
Yeah, I made a bomb strat video for that.
Oh, well, today I learned.
Yeah. It's actually, I remember it. You just walk in the room holding down right, drop the bomb, walk up, and then drop it again, facing downwards.
Oh, okay. No, I think I've seen that a few times, yeah.
Get double tapped by that. I think someone else also found it on their own.
Yeah.
Because that was around when they started doing standard escape as a setting, and they took away guaranteed swords, and I was like, okay, I need to learn a bomb strat for this, and I found that, and I think someone else had come up with a almost identical strat as well, so now it's just the recommended bomb strat.
Yeah, that makes sense. That is a very good Bicky to find. That's a Misery Mire Bicky. We're slowly making our way through. One required item so far.
So we had a Bowser space that turn, which you could get a good glimpse on why it's slow, but on top of that being slow, it also wasn't as slow as it could have been because we dodged. There's a lot of different things Bowser can do, and the slowest is easily the minigame. That's really slow. And then the second slowest is Revolution, because all the time it takes to take everyone's money, pile it up, and then give it all back is just really slow. So those are the two outcomes we don't want to see. Everything else for Bowser, it's like, okay, fine. It's not tremendously long anymore. It's like 10 seconds.
Oh, I need to do a lot of things on the mountain. Oh no. Finding your way.
I'm 10% done.
Oh yeah, that's actually good. Okay, yeah. Finding your way onto Death Mountain with a mirror is fantastic. But there's a lot you gotta do up on Death Mountain.
Yeah, and especially because it's entrance rando, Locke having found his way up to the top sounds great, except every time he wants to try a new direction up there, he has to re-find his way back to the top, which isn't changed every time, but it is an ordeal if it's a slow process.
And what you're seeing here is a trick called Super Bunny, if I can do it right.
He's cheating.
Where if you mirror on the
strategy.
There we go. If you mirror on the same frame as you enter a door, you can actually get Super Bunny. You can dash, open chests, all that. I don't want to leave that chest there.
I've never actually seen that. Hold your sword / fist out so that you can get into the door at the last frame. That's a really smart strategy.
Yeah.
I probably used to know that. It's been a while.
Photon used to play this game, not anymore.
Yeah, I play some now and then, usually in a multi-world. It's a lot of fun.
You usually never in a race setting or anything?
No, I haven't raced in a long time. I got a bit sick of racing randos. They're a bit tiresome for me.
The sprite I'm using is Asuna from Sword Art Online.
I'm in a duel!
So you're losing time.
I'm losing time. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. It's also turn 6, so you'd think, oh, just reset it. It's faster. Can't Turn 6 is the slowest turn in the game because you have to go through all the animations for who gets what bonuses.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
So I just have to accept this and hope I don't screw myself over, which I might have already.
But yeah, I guess I could mention that too. The sprite I'm using, Asuna from Sword Art Online, been my preferred sprite since I basically found her. The music you're hearing, of course, is not actually from Link to the Past. This is from Ys 3 and 4, an action RPG series from Japan that's been around for many years at this point that I've fallen in love with because this music is fantastic. I love the music from this game, and I'm glad to show it off to the world, you know?
I lost my duel because that map, or that minigame is awful. So the AI are cheaters, and they are frame perfect getting out of the gate, so you can't actually beat them if you're in the same cycle as them. So I lost. It won't matter. Berto gets a star with the money they won, but oh my god, not another one. It's not me. This one's fast, as you'll see. AI duels are quick. It's just, I'm gonna have trouble tracking Coinstar now. Because in Mario Party Superstars, Coinstar isn't the highest coin amount, it is the most earned coins. So any plus coins is towards Coinstar. So I have to deal with a 54 on Yoshi. So that'll be tough.
Oh, that's Paradox. Oh. Yeah, with cross keys here, if you come into a connector like this from the dark world, go through the connector and pop out in the light world. It's in logic, so sometimes you have to explore the world a bit. But if I just had bombs near my house, this would have been a lot easier. So it's fine.
It's a pretty simple minigame for me. The AI don't really do a whole lot intelligent on this one, so I kind of guarantee a win. As you can see, they're just running from it, and this is on normal difficulty. I don't really know why.
Okay, I got one of the most important items, the Agate Tower Small.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a joke, but it's very important. Yeah, all dungeons, you have to beat it.
And you need 2 small keys to get through the entirety. All the other dungeons, I can kind of work with very few small keys. Agate Tower, I absolutely need both small keys. And the second one only locks 1 item behind the lumberjack, so potentially 1 item even.
Yep, it's not a good one. It's similar to the ice rod chase in regular modes.
Yeah, in Turtle Rock, because they only lock 1 item, so it could be quite literally anywhere outside of beyond that boss or dungeon.
Yeah, and it's not as painful as, say, the Swamp Small, which 1 small key required. It's not as bad because with that one, it's locking a lot of items, and you don't have to go deep into the dungeon to try to find it. So it's like, okay, Swamp Small's in Swamp, not a big deal.
Paradox is... Oh, there's a hammer. There's a hammer on the pyramid.
Oh, wow. Yeah, another rough thing for Loxy will be the Pearl, because you can still get required things in the Dark World without it.
Yep.
And all this Dark World access is a little scary for you.
Yeah, with the shop sanity part of it, I can walk into any shop to find my Pearl and have to buy it. So it can be anywhere in the Dark World I can normally just walk into. If it's like an open cave, an open door, anything like that.
Oh my god, Peach. Oh wait, no, I rolled a 4. Everything's fine. Whew. Thought she was going to duel me 2 turns in a row. Oh no, that's because Peach wasn't starting on you. Someone else dueled me. Everything's
Steal
fine.
all your money.
I'm just in a panic because I don't want to go through too many duels.
Okay.
They're slow.
No, I need you to go through more duels. I need to win. We've done many practice races. Currently, I have won once out of 5 races because the last time we raced this, I royally messed up and left an important key somewhere.
Oh my god, Peach, please.
So, coming for that revenge.
That's usually a quick minigame. They took forever on that.
Split key, don't care. For anyone curious too, I do have an entrance tracker that shows me all of the entrances in the game. And I can put wherever, dungeons are, specific item caves, connectors are, because otherwise I couldn't remember all this on the top of my head. That's too much.
That's a good roll. Okay. So on most boards, you wouldn't want to be buying stars unless you had to, but on Birthday Cake and Yoshi's Island, there's no animation after the star to move it to a new location, so we're going to be buying them on this board, but on the future boards, you might see me skip them just because it's a little faster. I might have to buy them anyways, though, because sometimes things can get out of hand. Like, sometimes the AI land on a lot of happening, and I'm behind. That's not a good thing, so it'll be dependent. A dual glove is really bad, especially when Yoshi's already challenging for coin star. So hopefully they duel me and I beat them. Or they duel someone else and lose. That's actually the better option. I don't want to have to sit through another duel.
In the Dark World 2...
It has taken me ages, by the way. I just got around the board once on turn 8.
Fairy, no. I forgot.
Oh, no.
My fairy. But yeah, in the Dark World, finding a dungeon like this, you can die in said dungeon, and when you respawn, you'll be back in normal Link state. Unless you have a fairy, then you have to die again. But that way, this allows me to check this chest right now. If I had a fire source, I could kill the boss while I'm here. But grabbing this chest right now is pretty decent. At least when it comes to me playing cross keys, there is key logic. There is like logic to the items and everything. I don't stay in logic ever. Like, I don't think I'm ever typically in logic until way later on in the game. I think that's just a cross. I think it's just a cross keys player thing where they don't stay in logic.
I'm in a bit of a pickle on my side. Not in this mini game. I'm doing okay there, but the board state I've left myself in is a little scary because Peach just landed on a happening space, and that is slightly problematic. I'm going to be trying to keep them away from that side again, but I don't think I have the control over that anymore. Because I could buy them out of it, but I don't know if that'll help me. Uh-oh, they comboed.
That for later. I can't do much. That was my only bomb. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I do have to win every board.
That was my only bomb.
Yeah, Puzzle Party is an interesting minigame because it seems really easy to go fast. If you watch a speedrunner do it, you're like, oh, they're just going on the left side and things work out for them. And it's like, you really do have to rush it because if you try thinking at all, the board kind of falls apart on you when everything else starts going into place. Because it's like once those wood blocks come in and start blocking your combos, you just start panicking even more. It gets really bad really fast. Oh no. I'm gonna pay the thwomp a load so that no one can go across and buy a star anymore. And then hopefully Yoshi won't duel me either because I have no money, so that should speed it up a little bit.
Can you go back to Kakariko? Yeah.
It's been a really fast board for me.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Well, it's been incredibly quick.
The first two boards usually is him getting through his first two boards, me getting all my information of like where dungeons are, or just checking things. So I expect to make kind of no progress for the next little bit until, you know, his third board or so.
Yeah. It'll be Locke gets his information and knows what he needs after 2. Around the 4th board, we're hoping Locke has almost everything, maybe 1 item off, because typically it's kind of with the way cross keys works, and because we have it set in it like a certain way, just the Ganon hole being shuffled, it's really easy for Locke to just beat the game, depending on how far ahead he is. So it'll be
like Ganon hole is right there at blacksmith house.
Yeah, so that's really quick.
Yeah.
If you got a flute, it'll be a quick 15-second run over there.
But first, you start finding all the dungeons.
Locke can go from struggling to find something to nearly done in a matter of seconds. I have a very consistent pace that we can all observe. No, I didn't do it well enough. Poshi Banquets is really fun. Speedrun one, because you can just shove the AI off the side and they don't exactly resist. It's very, very helpful. But can't get all of them. And Yoshi just got away from me, so now I just have to wait for them to die naturally.
That was another good interest for me to find the dam. The dam we absolutely need for getting into Swamp Palace later. Whenever I actually find that, because it'll stay flooded for Swamp Palace. Water will stay there once I find it. I don't have to go back to the dam. This is a lot what will happen to dark rooms, where I've basically memorized a good amount of the dark rooms and can just walk through it in the dark. Save myself a little bit of time of having to go back. Here we are saving the old man. That is a very common one you'll see in cross keys, is saving the old man without lamp.
Just narrowly missed a star. Okay, if Yoshi goes all in on Birdo and loses, we might actually be in trouble.
Ooh, second sword. Don't complain about that one.
I want Yoshi to win this minigame. Yoshi winning here gets coin star almost guaranteed, and then I will win on bonus stars. If Birdo wins, Birdo might have coin star. Uh-oh. I am restarting this turn. I don't want to risk it. I don't know who's going to win. I have a easy lock on minigame star. Peach has happening, I'm pretty sure. So I'm really just scared about who gets that last one. So we're going to quickly redo this turn. It doesn't take too long to get back into it.
There's a trick to always hit the octopus in the back there. If you line up his top of the head with the second curtain and fire there, you'll always hit the target. You can only do it so often when you first walk in. I think it's like 3 times. But typically I only need like 1 or 2 just to have some spending money in case I find another shop or anything.
Oh, Birdo or Yoshi on the reset of the turn has now chosen to duel me because I didn't lose anything. Last time I landed on a red space, this time I'm on a blue space. So the 12 coin difference is enough to change the target. So it is a time loss on a duel, but if I win it, it's a guaranteed win on the map now. So.
Oh, hey, more money.
We'll take it. This is a quick mini game. So on Mario Party mini games, duels are kind of just slow in general, and you kind of suffer through them, and that's that. TikTok Hop is the fastest one if you can afford losing it, because it's just you get hit by the first one and it's over. Most of these take about 30, and you kind of just have to suffer through it. And then for regular mini games, the average I would say is about 30 as well, but you can get some really quick, like 5-second mini games. And then there's, I would say, about a dozen mini games that take a minute plus that are just nightmares to see in a speedrun. It's not like reset worthy if you're trying to go for a record, but if you see like 3 of them or so, you're probably out of the running.
Yeah, I was gonna say, no resetting Bowser's Big Blast. We need that.
Oh god, yeah. I don't even reset that in normal runs. I don't. Oh, no, Yoshi, please. I don't reset it in a normal run because while it is slow, it is unpredictable in how long it'll take. So you kind of just have to hope. But if you get like Honeycomb Havoc, you're just toast. That's a 2-minute loss.
Yeah.
You just have to sit through it. Well, you don't have to sit through it. Depends. It's a bit awkward for mini games, in my opinion, for Mario Party's resetting turns, because the longest turn is actually not that long, but going back from the start of a turn all the way to a mini game could take as long as the mini game itself would have taken. So I typically try not to reset my turns unless I'm in like a huge panic. Like I was there with Birdo winning that one. I lost track of who was. Oh, well, if I knew this was coming, I think I would have been okay. Oh. Generally, it's easy to get ahead on the coins on this one.
Futon, I forgot I had hints.
Oh my. We specifically turned hits on so that Locke would have a better chance of not getting screwed over. Because we had some rough attempts.
Seeds. I was maybe going to talk to that guy because I was dying and didn't want to be dying anymore. I forgot I had hints.
This could have gone better for me, but I'll take it.
Okay, I remember... I can get back to the Harahan whenever. I remember where the hints are. It's fine. Everything's fine. I completely spaced that.
All right, so board number 1 is done for me. We just have to go through some bonus star animations.
But did you win?
I am 90% sure I won.
Okay, that's good enough.
Well, I already got coin star, so I guess I'm 100% sure. So that was the big toss up there, but with that duel against Yoshi, I really had it in the bag, because I did also win like 8 more mini games than the rest of them. Typically, I don't worry about winning mini games that much. Like some boards, I'll cut it close and I'll win the board on minigame star by 1 mini game. But some of these, it's also better to just roll over the AI with it, because the less money they have, the better. They can't do as much with it. This is actually a board that I wouldn't have worried about money, but I was always at a spot where I really needed it. So
it's because you're facing off against Yoshi. Yoshi's throwing you for a loop right now. Yeah, used to him.
I mean, I was able to keep the AI to just 1 boost steal, so I'm quite happy with how that went. Slow board overall with the duel. Had to restart a turn.
Oh, I didn't want to drop both.
That's okay.
Ooh, that's another good.
I'm on to Spaceland. So the strategy I'll be trying for Spaceland is doing my best to keep the AI out of the middle, because each time they pass through the middle, the timer goes down, and then it'll shoot a laser, which is extremely slow. So if I can, I'll do anything in my power to keep the AI away from the center, and that'll mean hoping that the star is in like the top left, for example, just to give the AI an incentive to stay away. Because for some reason, they prioritize lucky spaces and item spaces a lot, and there's a loop in the center next to the laser, and they sometimes just loop it for fun. It'll take a while, so we're hoping they stay far from that.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. So one of those hints was Ganon's Tower leads to a common shop. Normally it takes 7 crystals to open up Ganon's Tower, so I wouldn't have to worry about that until, of course, I had 7 crystals. But I chose Ganon's Tower opening up with a random amount, and until I check the sign outside of Ganon's Tower, I actually don't know what that random amount is. But a common shop would normally be nothing, but since I have Shop Sanity on as well, it could sell anything. That is a fantastically bad old man save and quit.
Ooh, my first item minigame. These are slow. They aren't really worth it.
That's just bad.
Hopefully it's... Oh, it's the hammer. I never get this one right. Let's see if I can get that custom block at the top.
Wow, all my save and quits are bad.
No, I'm always short. I haven't learned that still. I've been speedrunning this game for so long, and I still haven't perfected that. Fortunately, the small key's fine too, but I really want that custom block. You can use those so well. Custom blocks are by far the best part of speedrunning, because you can just choose happening spaces as you need them. It gives you all the choice in the world.
I will say these are some very bad 7 quits I have right now. One of them, of course, being your house, is always going to be at your house. The Sanctuary save and quit is at Hyrule Castle, which is enclosed in, and you can't really do much from there. And then Death Mountain on the right side, which is also closed in without a hook shot or anything that you can't do much in. So kind of bad.
Unfortunately for me, I have the worst start position. I'm also going to intentionally lose this just because it's faster. I would rather them not have the money, but it's just faster.
Yes, bows are progressive. So if I find 1 bow, it'll be, the first bow. The second bow I find will be silvers. I only need to find 1 bow, but if I find the second one, I'm not going to complain about that, of course.
Come on, Birdo. Yoshi, stop! Oh, man. I actually didn't want to win this either, because that's a lot of money into the economy of the board. I forgot about what team was going to win the 3v1.
That's an Ice Rod. That is another very important item to find, because Ice Rod only blocks 1 item.
Yeah, huge find.
This will also be the first dungeon I'll be able to beat and fully complete. Because I've already got both small keys.
We're speedrunning. I'm keeping everyone at the start of the game. Perfect.
Yeah,
I really like the happening in this one. Yeah, we just keep everyone here. They will probably pay for the Shy Guy, though, just because of where the star is. It's kind of faster for them to go back to the top right. So now I hope no one hits it, because if we go that way, Boo's in play. The Boo is right at the top right, and that happening will take us to Boo.
Yeah, Mario Party can get inflated really quickly with some of those mini games.
There is the Koopa Bank that'll take our money, which is helpful, but we're well beyond that mattering at this point. Versus spaces are strangely good. They're bad. They all are just outright bad because they take time, but they have like the little side benefit of if it's a sizable versus minigame, you can just get all the AI's money and put it in your pocket and you're happy.
I need to be careful here.
I'm really unhappy about is seeing Chomp Call on a board that you can't buy Chomp Calls on. Chomp Calls are slow. Very, very slow. I'm not looking forward to that.
Do I want that hint? How important that hint to me?
They all fell at like the exact same second. That was impressive.
I'm in the light world. Okay. This is actually not too scary.
It's like they're coded to fall together.
Normally these lizards up here would be very scary with, you know, no hearts and green mail. But because Thief Sound is in the light world, it thinks they are the rats from Hyrule Castle, which are incredibly weak and very, very easy to kill.
Yeah, there's a fun bit of recycling for them using. They're the same enemy, they just get different.
Reskinned.
Yeah. They have a skin that's the same, but they keep the same ID for where you find them. So their damage table changes based on where they are in the world.
And that's a type of hint right there where the desert area conceals 2 vital items, which means it's not going to be anything in a dungeon in the area, but whatever's in that area, like the sick kid, a chicken hut, any item caves like that. Will have
that could be
item.
pretty bad too, because that hint, there's not a whole lot there. There's what is it, the Bombos medallion, purple chest as well. So there's some pretty awkward spots. Fortunately, you have the mirror, so if it's checkerboard, you're not boned.
I don't have a glove yet, so
Yeah.
that's kind of necessary.
Slightly boned.
That is not bad. Tower Hera Big Key's not typically one I want to see, but it is fine.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. I mean, you have a hookshot already, right?
No, of course I don't.
Ah, well, yeah, you do need it.
Well, I need it for now, but I'll get a hookshot eventually.
Oh, Birdo is just collecting items that aren't from this board. They have a plunder chest now, also not obtainable without an item space. Oh, another 3v1. This is a bit... Yoshi, how did you die that fast? Oh my god, that was the fastest I've ever seen that. That was impressive. See, that's a mini game I try to lose by pushing my teammates in. I've never seen them die in the first second before.
He walks straight in there. He's cool. Like, I'm done. He's done. All right, let's see if I can not screw up the blind fight. There is a blind script that if you follow perfectly, you do not get hit. You kill him extremely fastly, and it's all good because otherwise, blind is a pretty awful fight. Yeah.
So you're up to 2 swords already?
Oh, you went the wrong way? Whatever, close enough. I am. So, sword-wise, I am good. I do not need any other swords. Tempered sword would, of course, make my life a lot easier. But I can kill Ganon and any other boss with what I have currently. And there's the first crystal. Only took 36 minutes. That's all.
Yeah, I'm almost 30% done, Locke. Why are you so far behind?
I don't know where I'm at, honestly, on this.
Yeah, that's the fun part. I also can't see your tracker, so it's a mystery for us as well, how far ahead you are.
I will say I have 5 pretty good bickies already. I'm definitely not complaining about any of those. Though I haven't done a lot of the, I guess you could say good things to do in a cross keys, which is check all your drop downs, check all of your freestanding items that are easily attainable in the world. Things like that. I have yet to do that.
I was so close to my record. 0.2 away. It's actually the closest I've been in.
Oh, I've been through the desert area.
For like a month at least, actually.
I should go to desert area after I beat Hera.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
2 vital items there. We'll leave them for later.
I wanted to go back to Hera though for the hints.
Oh no. I got that happening again. This time it's not a good thing because I'm taking my friends to Boo. Actually, I'm only taking Yoshi with me, so that's not the worst.
Oh, Ganon's tower conceals 7 vital items. Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Sounds like you might need to go to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So many.
The thing with vital items, though, is they can also just be small keys to specific dungeons. Trying to make sure I know what each thing can be a vital item is a bit of a pain. Because I think we found out even a bottle could be a vital item.
Yeah, they're not as kind as like a Zoot or hint, where the logic has considered what a hint wants it to be for that situation. In this game, it's anything that could have been progression. Like the hints are generated regardless of where items were needed. So your vital items in that case could even be like a cape for absolutely no reason, just because it's technically required for some point in the logic.
Eastern's got 2.
Perfect. Peach bought a star and therefore not stealing from me.
There is one thing
you
I
have to
don't
go to
like.
Eastern.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like in cross keys is ever going into Eastern without a bow and the big key. I despise it so much.
Today's the day you gotta.
It's in the dark world.
No,
I can put it off
Yoshi!
for now.
Locke's screwing me over.
Yay.
Have to do a mini game. This is the fastest one though. Similar to Pushy Penguins. Okay, well, that was never mind. I was gonna say similar to Pushy Penguins, I could just shove them off, but then Bowser went on a sprint and killed 3 of us instantly. So, okay, Peach died anyways. We're out. In a mini game, the best thing to do for a Bowser mini game is kill everyone, die, get out of it as fast as you can. You're not too worried about the coins.
If the 2 items in Eastern are the big key and the bow, I'm gonna be sad. I will be absolutely sad.
And the big key's vanilla for the bow in the vanilla location too.
I'd be actually at that point I'd be impressed. I'll start being impressed then. Let's go see what those vital items in Desert are.
Or better yet, Locke. It's the big key in vanilla, and the bow is on Armos because it's the second bow.
Okay.
I want that to happen. I'm on Team Chaos right now.
That's fair. Rando can definitely have very awful item placements. We've definitely seen a lot of them over the past few years of Rando. Okay, green pennant's dead. That's cool. I still need to get the green pennant, of course, but I don't need to actually go back and turn it in. Because one of the big hits I'm looking for is the purple chest, and I believe there's usually always a hint for getting Tower Big Key, which is another good one. Blind's Hut is a fantastic place to find because it's 5 items.
There's no pot sanity.
Yeah, true.
Good setting.
Okay,
highly recommend. Everyone play Dorando with pot sanity.
There's probably my 2 vital items: my lamp and my powder. Lamp's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, between the 2 of us, we typically do a lot of pot sanity. With multi-worlds, we'll do just a nice combination of settings of we get confused after 4 hours. Because we take cross keys, we add pot sanity in that, and then we kick it up a notch with the door shuffle, and things get confusing. Very confusing.
I chose to steal coins there instead of a star just because I'm not too concerned about winning the board right now. And I would rather not take first place because if someone else goes to Boo, they're going to take my stuff. I'd rather Peach be the target, so I'm going to let Peach keep a star for now. If I have to, I can mushroom my way around the board and change that.
Yeah, with a lamp, I actually have a fire source now, so I can beat a good amount of dungeons that need a fire source, like Skullwoods, Desert Palace.
I cannot reset this turn because it's turn 6 again, so we're gonna have to sit through this versus space.
Swamp Big Key's nothing.
My turn 6s are pretty bad today.
I could also curse everyone with the knowledge that I found out a while back that inside of the lamp is a Mogus.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Cut my blooper arm off. No one's too upset by that.
Have to curse everyone with that knowledge. I see it.
Yeah. It's there.
Oh no, I'm actually going this way.
Oh, I did too well. I needed to cut another arm off.
You're welcome. You're welcome, chat.
If I win that minigame under 80 points, we don't sit through the animation of it bursting through the ground, which I think it's less than a second.
I'm gonna just take this connector.
You might as well do it if you can do it.
I should probably go to Ganon's Tower. Ganon's Tower currently is nowhere near in logic for getting a lot of the items in, but since when has that ever stopped me?
We're not about playing within the logic here.
No. I mean, Futon kind of has to. He's kind of quite literally forced to.
There's no logic in this game. Just play. Hey,
not.
Birdo. My mushroom. I kind of wanted that.
If only that was a better spot. I need to get back to Kakariko too.
Oh, and then they're landing on the bank. Unbelievable.
Should be a lot of me saving and quitting here and there to get back to my house until I get a flute. It's just the fastest way to get around the world. You kind of have to react every time to what you get in the game. It's like this will be my fastest way to get to the Dark World in the north part of the world.
Oh, my least favorite minigame. Hello. How are you?
It's doing good. How are you?
Bill Blasters is a terrible minigame. It's fun in real life and hooray, but in speedrunning, it's awful because the AI will block your shots, and as you're probably noticing at this point, I'm not really great. So I'm constantly missing Birdo, and oh my god, Birdo's just owning me right now. I'm in danger. Nice.
Okay. Laser Bridge is always a good interest to find in cross keys because you can get back to Trinex extremely quickly from there. And also for items. The laser skips you can do in a multitude of different ways. Of course, the easiest way is just to have boots and dash past them. But an invincibility item or mirror shield also really works too. Which I believe the logic accounts for that is a mirror shield or an invincibility item. But again, what is logic?
I choked big time.
Oh no. What'd you do?
It's okay, that won't have an effect. It's just a sad way to go.
Oh yes.
Losing mini games you should win is not a great time.
Hey Futon, what are your 4 favorite mini games for your Super Mario or Mario Party?
Oh, you'll like Pushy Penguins. That's a freebie.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what I chose. Pushy Penguins is on it. I think I put Crazy Cutters on it.
Okay.
I've also got Bowser's Big Blast, surprisingly.
Nice.
And then I can't remember what my 4th mini game on the card is. I don't remember.
I know what all 4 of mine are.
It might be. What's the hiding one?
Hide and Seek?
Yeah, that one. I think that's the 4th one I chose. Good mini game as well.
I'm sure you can imagine what mine are. I think I've told you before, but it is just a 4 Bowser's Big Blast.
I did forget that you could put all the same one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I recently relearned that like this week, and I had a good laugh when I saw someone do that.
Yeah, I think when I first did that, I'm like, I want Bowser's Big Blast 4 times because I like chaos. Whenever I play Mario Party, I play for chaos. I play for chance time. I play for just all the RNG stuff I can.
Yeah. Now, if we were talking speedrunning, let's see, I'd go with Tackle Takedown, Pokey Pummel.
Yeah.
Those are 2 freebies because they're light speed. What are other hyper speed mini games?
I mean, the 1v3 ones can be pretty quick too.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I typically am happy to see. I'm sure
The penguin one's still pretty good, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Pushy Penguins is on my list as well. It's a quick one. So that's a good 3.
The one where you can kill them really quickly on the spike level.
That's a good one. Skewer Scurry is also good. I might actually take Pushy Penguins off because Burn Style is very fast, and it's the only fast 2v2 minigame. Because if you are okay with losing, you jump above your teammate as this thing comes around, and they get cooked, and then you just jump off the edge, and it's very quick.
That was.
I always forget about it though. Oh no!
For once, an unfortunate death.
I'll showcase it right now.
Perfect.
There you go. Just jump on your teammate and then jump off yourself. That was perfect timing. It's a bit faster if you're on the right side, of course, because actually, I don't know if it spawns on a random side or not, but usually the right side is what gets hit first. Yeah, very fast minigame.
Yeah, someone dangerous.
I'm getting a little worried over here, so I'm gonna start moving. I'm gonna steal a star because I don't want to lose.
Why? No, you're fine. Just win minigames.
I don't think I'll lose. It's just I'd rather be safe. I also don't want to be in this section anymore. I want to get out of this corner. I've got enough happening that I'm comfortable. Now, I'm not going to buy the star. I don't need it. I'm going to steal a star.
I could really use my pearl right about now.
No. You don't need one of those.
I mean, technically I don't. If I can find all of my dungeons accessible without opening up anything, I don't need a pearl. You're right. But it really does help.
I have put my... Ooh, actually, Birdo has enough coins that Peach might steal from Birdo.
Oh, I need to finish Light World.
Yes. Beautiful.
Do I have 2 Skullwood Smalls, okay.
See, not stealing a star earlier really saved me here, because that's 2 boos now that have gone by at light speed, because they aren't stealing from me.
I'm going to do this now, then.
Peach might buy a second star, though.
This is something you want to do in Crosskies very early on, because that's a free drop down right there. This is a free item just sitting there. Oh, it's just a GT small, that's fine. That's fine.
Ooh, I don't want to get to the boo just yet, because Yoshi's going to steal again, so I'd like Yoshi to steal from Peach. Might even... Nah, Peach will get to the star before that.
That's only Cackwell. That's only 5 free items in a drop down. That's fine. I put that off for an hour almost. Normal
those
things.
Are sometimes good to have. Oh, Final Countdown's another really fun speedrun one, because that's a quick mini game. Usually you can kill all the AI, the numbered floor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The one where sometimes the AI just walk off, having not touched them.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
On normal difficulty too. We're not even playing on easy. If you start wondering why the AI are really dumb, we're not even on the easiest difficulty.
I went a little too far. Okay.
Oh no, I fell.
Same.
Well, there goes my chance of a record.
I was gonna try and bomb jump across that, but I went a little too far down. I was hoping to. I don't know why I was hoping to do that now, since I need to go through Cackwell, but whatever.
Ooh, the laser's at 1. I think everyone's pretty far from it, so I hopefully we don't see a laser today. 2 turns left. Yoshi's not that close. We can hope. There's a world where we don't see a laser.
Okay. I need to go in Cackwell now, though. That
was a perfect roll. You get to sit directly in front of Boo. Last turn, steal a star. Love to see it.
What am I missing here?
Oh no, I might set off a laser. I will get shot by it, but I'd rather just not set it off at all.
No,
oh, Peach didn't double die. This is perfect. Yoshi's going to steal Peach's money now. So another thing you might see in the speedrun at some point in time. Oh, Yoshi's stealing a star. Perfect.
Is Yoshi stealing stars?
Yeah, sometimes they do that. It's pretty rare. Even if they have money for it, sometimes they'll just not, because it's just too much money out of their pocket, and they want to have to... Like, even if they're not near a star, they'll try to keep money to buy a star. And that'll even come into play on the final turn. Sometimes the AI, on the last turn of the game, will choose not to buy a star by, like, using a custom block and landing before it. And I really don't know why. It's a really interesting choice, especially on this difficulty. I don't know why the AI are actively choosing not to have a star. It's strange.
So at this point,
Usually happens on Horrorland, I think.
I need 3 more big keys, and I have all the big keys I need.
Yeah, what are you missing from Go Mode, Locke? How you doing?
Eastern big, Turtle Rock big, GT big, bow, hookshot, Samaria, fire rod, glove.
A decent
I believe
list.
are all the items I need left.
I got smacked. I was a little too careless. Got what I deserved.
I think that's it. I think that's right. Oh, Agasmon. Did I say that? I don't think I said that.
I don't remember.
Which is, of course, the most important part because Agasmon is impossible to find.
Oop, I didn't mean to come out of that one.
Do I have...
So another thing in Mario Party that becomes important, hasn't come up yet, because I really haven't had to, but a speedrun trick can be managing AI money, and so whoever comes second gets 3 coins, whoever comes third gets 2 coins, and it could be a important moment to try to attack a specific AI just to get that little edge. I don't know if that'll come up. It rarely comes up even on a run, but sometimes you'll see me targeting one person just to make sure they lose, don't get them any coins.
I got something out of GT before and I don't know what. I think I got Bombos and Bulk out of here. Did I? Whatever, we're going into GT. The GT, of course, again, isn't in logic at all. There's many things I need before it becomes in logic, but with bomb jumps and... Actually, just bomb jumps. Really.
I'd like to showcase Peach choosing not to use her double dice on the last turn in front of the star.
Oh, you said what?
I don't understand the AI. It's very odd. Unless she saw this in her mind, knew she'd duel Birdo and win, so that Birdo can't afford to stop. No, she lost.
Oh, no, it's not that. Okay. A little bit further down. It was there. I forget where this bomb place is actually supposed to be.
You want it to be 1 pixel lower than the last one you just tried.
So there. I'm gonna die doing this. I don't think I can walk across this. Nope.
Well, you try. At least you know the answer.
Yeah, I know the pixel now, so thank you.
Yeah.
That's the one bomb jump
we both play the game a lot, so.
Yeah, Futon knows a lot more tricks than I actually do. So, the MSU I'm using is
Locke's still better though. Let's point that out. Locke is extremely good at cross keys. I may have knowledge, but Locke is very good tournament-wise on entrance random modes.
The last cross keys tournament I was in, I was almost top 16. I lost out by like 2 minutes hitting it, and I blame wall kicks. It's all wall kicks' fault. And then there was of course, the door rando tournament that was before that I placed 3rd place. Yeah. So I do know my entrance pretty well. May not seem like it, but yeah, MSU's East 3 and 4. It is a fantastic series to check out for even just the music, all of the series.
Oh, this is another minigame I forgot to mention in very quick minigames. Just tug of war. The AI always die really early if you're good at your motions. You can also just choose not to play it and die if you feel it's better to keep the money off the team that has 3.
I'm not going to do a bomb jump then anyway. I'm kind of stuck there.
All right, we're 2 boards in, Locke.
I'm going to come back to that.
We're doing GT without actual boots.
Okay.
So because you're now between boards, basically, if you want to pause like between boards, that probably makes the most sense. Yeah, so just when you're ready, you can count down so that Locke can pause, and then we can pause on our end, and we'll go to that break.
You go for whenever, Futon.
I'll let you know. I'll put it like just before the board selection on the next one. Get through this cutscene.
What does he do here? We did pick up a tempered sword though, so that's kind of nice.
Oh wow! Already tempered in under an hour.
Yeah. Easy boss killing.
Yeah. Wow, I won.
Wow. So happy. Yes, E-Series good. 9, 8, 7, Oath and Felghana, any of those, play them. Good games. Highly recommend. All of the games have good bangers.
Locke, are you ready to pause?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we'll pause now. There we go.
Just gotta walk up there and grab that real quick.
All right. Well, chat, we aren't going to be gone for long. We're going to take a quick little break to stretch, get some water, do all those good things, and then we'll be right back and get back into it. So don't go anywhere. I just would like to remind everyone that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both with our hotfix content like you're watching right now and with AGDQ 2023 costs. So please consider subscribing if you're enjoying our daily GDQ content. Also, the schedule for Frost Fatales 2023 will be released on December 21st. So that's coming up here in just a couple weeks. You can view the submissions at submissions.framefatales.com, and you can let us know what you're hoping to see on the schedule. With that, I'm going to go ahead and toss it back over to Futon and Locke and let them continue on with their race.
All right, Locke, count us down to get us back into it. Two boards in. You've got some things for go mode.
Yeah, quite a few things. All right, so let's get started again. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So I know it might seem weird for people that I'm paused in a menu, but it is part of the speedrun to get through your boards to choose them. So can't just select the next one and get ready to go. That'd be cheating. Got to cut through those cutscenes anyways.
Yep. You have too many cutscenes to worry about. Can I grab a show? Okay.
Every board starts with about a minute of just watching things go by.
That's free time for me.
Yeah. Birthday Cake, so the strat on this one. Another board, another strat. This one's just go fast. You buy a star every time you get to the center, and getting there quickly is the name of the game. We do have bonus stars on, so it's going to be a bit chaotic. Hard to control when those come out for happening spaces this time. And they can also control coin star as well, so it can be a little dangerous to have bonus stars on this one.
I found the bow.
It should be fine. Ooh, now
the
you
bow
can go to
is
Easter.
big item. No, I don't have these for big yet. I want that first.
You're gonna go to Easter, and it's gonna be like 2 Skullwood small keys.
Yeah, probably.
You're gonna die a little inside.
Okay, grab those. Okay. I have to go through this.
What position am I?
Yeah.
Second. That's good. Going early on this board is actually important because the more people that go in front of you, the more chance for them to set up traps on you, like currently what's happening right now. So now I can't roll a 7 or an 8 or I lose my money. So hopefully I don't. Give me a nice 10.
We're gonna go
That
ahead.
is a 6. Acceptable.
I'm gonna go ahead and do save scumming here, most likely. For a couple of the dungeons in the game, you can grab a small key from a different part of the dungeon to use somewhere else. It's typically for Desert and Hyrule Castle. So in the back of Desert, I grabbed a small key that was under a pot that I used to open up the right doors here to see if there are items I actually need to get over there. Otherwise, I can skip that key. But now if I find like a fire rod, a glove, a pearl, something like that over there, I'm definitely gonna keep those items. All depends what's here.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Locke to get something good over here, just because it'll come at the cost of now Locke has to find a small key.
Heart piece is useless to me, and so is $5. But before I reset, I am going to pop out this right door here because I haven't seen the exit. Just get a little bit of knowledge first.
So I'm currently winning a mini game, which seems against the concept of time right now, because if I just let them all score goals, I kind of save time. But in Birthday Cake, you really need to be able to pay for the star every circle, and if you start losing money early at all, you might miss a star purchase, and that is crucial for winning the board at 10 turns. So I am going to make sure that I win this one, and just me, because the less money on the AI means the more likely they are to just run by the star and not buy it. And in my mind, as soon as an AI skips the star purchasing on the first round, they are out of the running for winning the board.
Of course,
It's a bit different with bonus stars, but...
Of course, I need 2 crystals to enter.
Why'd you leave that random? You should have put that to 0.
It's okay.
Actually, I don't even know if 0 is a good idea. 0 is more fun, but in a speed run.
Well, I know it's a shop
trying
in there.
to keep it. Oh, well, that's better.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm gonna go beat Desert and go back. It's fine.
Alberto, stop farming. Alberto's farming happening right now. There is no control over happening on this one. I leave the bonus stars on because you're almost guaranteed to win minigame and coin star by just winning minigames all the time on this board. So it's kind of a little more consistent to win.
Hey, look, I'm gonna get a second crystal.
Man, you don't even have as many crystals as I have as boards. Come on, Locke.
I have dungeons beaten. I have 2 dungeons beaten at least.
That's fair. All right, Berto, go for Yoshi. I've got him pinned. Berto. There you go.
I think we've learned that I can potentially beat about 3 to 4 dungeons in a board for him. Well, actually, not even a board. I can usually beat a dungeon in a turn. So, as long as I hit go mode, he'll have, ever so many turns, but I'll just be beating dungeons back to back.
Freaking Berto. Not the best archer in the world.
I'm not good at ice rod lambos, but ice rod does a good amount of damage here. You only need 2 ice rod shots per Lamola. But this boss definitely goes in directions, that's for sure.
Well, if I ever pop a sticker on the screen by accident, chat, that's me just hitting buttons by accident. There's no point of them. I'm doing it by accident. They're just on the bumpers, and I hit them from time to time.
You use a lot more stickers. Stickers are important in Mario Party.
There you go. I hit a sticker.
Hey.
So I'm losing my cash. It's actually really bad. I need to win the next minigame now.
Yeah, Berto and Yoshi are definitely on my payroll. I'm definitely paying them to mess with Futon here.
Paying the wrong people.
Listen,
Berto is farming happening. 3 for 3 right now.
Peach is there to maybe help you. I don't know if your girlfriend wants to help you or not, or just make it more interesting. But those 2 are definitely on my side.
She's screwing me over right now. She's taking my money. Getting the happening spaces. Yeah, this is wild. There's a lot of happening off the bat right now. It's actually a good thing. It's like, because I'm not going to win on a happening star anyway, so I'm not worried about it. So the more they land on these and spend their money and steal from each other, the less likely it is they'll make it to the star with money. So right now, Peach is going to make it with a star, but everyone else is... Oh, no. Not Sneak and Snort. I don't like this minigame. And I have to win it.
Oops. I'm actually trying to think now what's technically in the logic for me to get my pearl. Because I need to start thinking about that because I'm running out of interest to check in the light world currently.
Oh, I might die. Yeah, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad. I might have to restart the next turn until I low roll and not make it to the star. So sometimes the AI, you'll notice what Berto's doing right now, which is just taking a stroll. This is why this minigame is terrible for the speedrun. It's because sometimes they'll just do that and waste the whole minute counter and not even make it to the door. Please, Berto. Please just die. Okay, yeah, Berto's not even making it. No one wins.
Wow. They really wanted to screw you over.
Now I'm curious because we tied technically. Okay. Sometimes when you tie, everyone gets 5 coins, and I actually don't know when that happens. It's kind of confusing. All right, I need a 1 to 5. There's a 50-50 that I have to restart until I get a low roll. Not a good start.
Are my flippers in logic? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy, that's rough. This is the worst case scenario for me. Typically, you'll want to be in this situation at the end of a board Well, you don't even want to be in this situation. But at the end of the board, you might find yourself in a reset situation to try to win the board if you've played a little too risky.
Oh, dang, wait, did you actually have to reset the board?
Not the board. I'm just turn resetting until I don't get owned by the star.
Oh, okay.
I can't afford it because I lost all my money to Peach's Piranhas.
I was saying, we have yet to have him actually reset a board, so...
Yeah, this is rough. This is a new low for my me versus Locke attempts. They're counting down right now. We've got the 10, we've got the 9. I'm sure we'll get another 10 just to really turn the knife in me here. It shouldn't be this hard.
And yet... That's a good old scam fish right there. Pay him 500 to get 50.
Nice.
Never pay the fish. The seed is I always like to say interesting because of what it makes me do, but it always turns into I hate this seed at some point. Because then the seed wants me to do dumb things.
Alright, I'm free. Everything's fine. I still have to win the next minigame, but we're fine.
What would be faster? Power Castle.
You should have said what's faster, and we could be like, that's the name of the show.
True.
You blew it, Locke.
I typically do, yes.
It's comedy gold. Oh my god, Yoshi just got a... Well, instead of laughing at Yoshi for not affording a star, Yoshi can guarantee it. That was a sudden change of pace. Okay, we're good. We're winning this one.
I am currently playing on a Super NT with a, what is it, FX Pack Pro, or mine is considered an SDS NES because it's old. So I am playing on console. I have tried playing on emulator before, and I hate it. It is awful. I definitely
AI put a banana here.
Definitely do like the money spent towards playing this on console, since I do race this pretty regularly.
Yeah. It's interesting how many different ways you can set up a SNES for streaming.
Yeah,
There's
way too
so many different consoles and emulators. It's kind of shocking. It's so weird. There's like, what, 3 or 4 different actual SNES consoles you can play randos off of?
Yeah, something like that. There's a lot of them.
It's crazy.
I have a hammer. I can just do this down.
Wow, Birdo got 8. Normal AI never really get up above 6.
I only have 2 shots left at this point.
They're trying hard to make me lose that minigame.
This is a good entrance. Oh, okay, that's fun.
What do you have?
I dropped down the middle of Death Mountain and found Hookshot Cave.
Nice.
I don't want to lose the connector right now, though. I apparently have no bombs, too. I don't know when that happens.
So, a big thing on Birthday Cake here is the decision on left or right for this flower. If you get the Bowser flower, you go right. Everything else goes down left. And the worst outcome you can get with numbers left is a 10, because you're guaranteed to land on a bad slow space, so Bowser on one side, and I believe the other side you land on chance time, so that's terrible. But if you roll a 3 at the flower, you can head downwards onto a versus space, which is kind of scary too. So those are like crucial moments. Oh, I am broke. I'm not used to being broke at this point. Guess I'll just have no money.
Okay, Hera? I'm at that point where I need to actually start looking at what to do. Because...
Yeah, the start of a cross keys is really just you go indoors and you do what's in front of you, right?
Yeah. But when we're at this point where you're looking for specific items, you have to look at what's actually in logic and what's not. I don't have much in logic left. And I realistically need to even think about what can I do in the first place that's, will get me something I know. It's not many options left. It's really not.
I like to hear it. No items for lock. Make up for my turn resets.
No.
Oh god, this board is
Turn
slow.
resets more.
14 minutes. I got my side timer just to keep track, and this has been a rough first 5 on this board. I will be at the halfway mark after it's over, though. After this mini game, I'm 50% done, Lock.
I know.
Ooh, I'm in charge.
It's such
Alright,
good time.
What am I picking first? What do you think?
What do you got?
I got the hide and sneak.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. We're going
Yeah.
bush.
Yeah.
They lied to me. Oh my god, they were all on one.
Well,
If I
clearly you
picked rock, that would have been it.
gotta choose the mushroom again. Fake them out.
Okay, a mushroom this time. I'm believing in Lock. We got 2 of them.
I see. There you go.
Got Stump and Rock left and a Yoshi to find.
If I was Yoshi, I would definitely go rock.
Rock? Alright.
Rock.
We're gonna trust Lock here.
I need this.
Lock lied to me. Unbelievable.
As I said, if I were Yoshi.
It's true, you're not Yoshi. I was fooled. It's okay. Actually, that would have been nice to win because it's the 20 coin turn. I was thinking about how even if I win the minigame, I'm losing 10 coins, but it's a 20 coin minigame. Oh well. Sometimes RNG is RNG. You just have to lose it. Ooh, I get a bonus though. Got money? A warp block. You know what? I'm out of here. Actually, is this a good time to warp is the real question. I have to pay a little bit of attention to where the AI are.
Oh no. I need to go check
Pick me.
Bombos tablet.
Yes! Peach saved me! I don't have to go through that choice anymore. I really didn't want to go to Bowser, because if I go to Bowser, I won't have enough money to the star. So now that Peach has done this, I hope she goes to Bowser. For 2 reasons. 1, if she doesn't go to Bowser, she goes to Chance Time. And 2, she's not going to have enough money for the star. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Peach not only saved me from this risk myself, but is taking her own coins away for me. We could be unlucky. If she lands on that lucky space and gets 20 coins, we're boned anyways, but...
I definitely forgot what I was doing and was walking to Bombo's tablet, because that is in logic right now. I definitely dashed away from my portal.
Perfect. She's broke, can't afford a star, and isn't going to go anywhere useful. Ideal. I'm just going to mushroom, because I would like to get around this corner, because there's a lot of bad spaces in front of me. Beautiful. We did it.
Alright, now we walk for a little bit, so... I have to walk all the way around because I don't have a glove to pick up a rock, and I'm not a normal Link to pick up a rock anyway.
And I'm not going to buy piranha plants because the odds of someone hitting them is super low, and I need the money for my next star, so not going to risk it. I think next turn Peach is going to probably curse me, which sucks, but I have let's count the spaces. I have 14 spaces in front of the star, so in the next 4 turns I just have to move 14. I think we can do that.
If I'm not careful here, I'm gonna die, so let's walk around them. Okay, I need Bumbo's tablet to be something. I really need something. It's not gonna be something. Oh, crap.
No, Yoshi! And yet again on turn 6, I'm forced to duel. It's unbelievably bad
I just
luck.
realized.
Oh my god. Oh. Yoshi doesn't want to play for money. So if this is TikTok Hop, I'm dying on purpose.
I forgot that desert area only had 2 items, and that was lamp and powder.
Oh, it's TikTok Hop! See you later, video game. Huge time save. Yoshi can have my $1. You'll love to see it. Makes up for all those resets I had to do.
And now we get the fun part for me of I get to sit in Tower Room for a minute.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I can't
How
think of
exciting.
anything else.
You get a bonus break.
Yeah. Second break. It's
have to
more
1v3
so to look
Yoshi.
at my timer and everything to see what am I missing.
This is also a quick mini game if you're lucky. Sometimes the AI don't even move and die on the first coconut. I feel like the AI on normal like actively plays really well, and then around the 15-second marker they intentionally roll into a coconut and die. Oh my god, he's gaming. Okay, here we go. I'm a little scared on minigame count right now because there's been some awkwardness on my success rate. So, hoping for some good minigames on the final stretch.
Oh, did I do that? Okay, I think I know something else I need to do. Okay.
Looking for 0 Bowser Big Blasts, Wooloo.
No, more. Need more.
Don't do this to us.
Alright, I found the pearl. Awful. Hate it. I hate that.
That's amazing. At least you know you didn't sit through Tile Room for nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
That's nice.
Oh, it's disgusting. You never want to find anything in Tower Room like that, but ugh. Alright, now I can play the other half of the game. Finally.
Is that happening?
Starting with skipping Eastern.
I don't know if I've tracked Happening Star well enough right now. Everyone's really close though.
So this is one of the dungeons you typically need the fire rod for in order to hit the switches here, or not switches, the torches here. But with the lamp, you can do a nice little bomb jump and skip that.
I got one of the slow ones.
And it's a very easy bomb jump too. You just push yourself against this wall, walk over, bomb. The end. And of course, make sure you hit the torch. I almost missed.
So 2v2 minigames in this Mario Party are really bad for speedrunning because there are so many slow ones. You've got Dungeon Duos, the classic misery. We got Bobsled, which is not only slow, but sometimes the AI will just steer you off the edge. Peach is not really doing a great job right now, and I'm worried that this is going to be a case where she steers me off the edge. They typically react to you. Oh my god, Peach. But sometimes they overreact. Holy god. Peach, please. Scaring me.
Ooh, a burnout.
We had one recently where we were at the last stretch, like right about here, and Birdo just hard right off the map for no reason.
She didn't want to
So
win.
now I've learned to just ram that wall and just take the time loss because I don't want to lose this minigame. So AI can't be trusted anymore.
Yeah, the right side GT bomb jump is probably my least favorite one, but it is definitely a good one to know and to practice if you want to skip keys, skip logic.
Yeah,
But that
it can be
was
very
rough.
frustrating with the conveyors.
Yeah, the conveyors and the wall master, along with the fireball shooter, all make it rough.
Oh no. I already rolled a 1 and now I'm cursed. If I roll a 1, the lucky space might help me.
Hey, back to head cave, okay.
I just don't know who has Coinstar right now because it's been a little rough on the mini games.
Perfect.
I'm hoping
Pod
for like
and
a hammer
pod.
drop. Nice. Classic.
A classic.
A 3. I'll take the happening. I won't enjoy the coin loss though.
Okay. GT big.
So this is why I don't have a good feel on Coinstars because all these little piranha plants are all counting. It's hard to track that.
Yeah, typically I don't go for that right side GT bomb jump unless I have either hookshot or bomb or boots to make it easier. That's a really good hit. Okay. I know where most of my required big keys are. I'm just missing the Eastern one. Turtle Rock big key is on sale somewhere. I only have 2 shops left to find.
Nice. Berto went right side, skipping all the bad stuff.
Nope.
Love to see it. I really would have liked to use this warp block, but it's not worth it.
Ganon's at Lumberjack House, so I just need a hammer to get to that, and that's already in the inventory. But I do need to find every other dungeon and beat all of them, so got quite a bit to do here.
Okay, I'm not risking a warp block. Yoshi rolled too far. I was thinking about it. They're both right there. 2 and 3 chance. But I should still be fine. Give me a hammer drop. I need the money. Parasol's fine too. Oh. Alright.
I might do something a little different here. Hey, look, my boots.
Peach just tried to punch me and I'm not even part of this.
With starting with pseudo boots in the seed, I can dash normally, but all my bonks won't open up like torches or knock off items off torches, won't open up walls, open up the bonk rock locations. But with the real boots, I can actually finally do that stuff now. The pseudo boots were only for just dashing, but now I can actually do any boots checks. So this part was really nice so far.
This board is being really mean to me. And I just threw a minigame again.
Well, stop it.
Bad play. I'm used to... So there's a weird thing I'm having with Flash Forward. On easy difficulty, I think, they all fit happily on the thing and you can just wait for them and then crush them all and then win. But I don't know what my issue is lately. They're just like fighting over it more than they normally do. I don't really have a good strat for that yet. So every difficulty on Mario Party all play differently based on how aggressive or weird the AI are. So this one is, oh my god, all my money. This one's a bit in the middle of how the AI plays. Some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. But this strat minigame to minigame can change. Like some minigames it's better to lose on easy because it'll just take way too long.
Yeah. And
some are easy to just win on because the AI will auto throw when it's over, kind of thing. So it really is hard to get a good idea of the normal because it's a bit of a middle ground. I do need to start turn resetting again, I think, because I need to buy that star, and I'm 6 away. So, this is why birthday cake is really, really tough, and is exactly why I have bonus stars on. Because right now, if this wasn't bonus stars, I would just lose the board. At this point, I'd be in too much of a hole, and I would have had to restart turns a little sooner. Like when I rolled that 1 several turns ago, I probably would have reset that if I was going for a record without that on. It's a really tough board, 10 turns, because you can't really get anywhere in 10 turns. You need to get really lucky. And I had some unfortunate luck, both in the item department and the money/minigame department. So, it's a bit scary.
That was a fun fight.
I am up by 1 on minigame right now, but happening is a mystery and Coinstar is a mystery, so.
Sure. Yeah, Helm was a fun fight. If you activate spin speed, which is what I did in the beginning, your hammer hitbox extends out a little further, so it's a much easier to hit his mask. Then you just hit his mask 17 times, slash him a few times, he's dead.
Uh-oh. Am I resetting this turn sooner than I thought?
Gotta go back in. If I had more pod smalls, I would open up that front door right there, but because I only have 2, I have to continue going down right side multiple times to get the most out of my keys here.
Alright, here we go. We did it! By exactly 1.
Oh man, they got chance time?
Yeah. Fortunately, the smallest outcome possible happened. 3 coins. Because they were that close together on coins. So we're good now. Tied on stars, I get minigame. It's close. if somehow Peach has both Coinstar and Happening. But I'm pretty sure she's actually in last.
Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Only flying.
All right, where you going, Birdo?
It is indeed cross keys.
Let's see. Okay, Birdo has a lot of movement. And not a Happening. Okay. I'm a little worried still. I'd like to win this next minigame, and hopefully it's a coin minigame to get me a sizable lead. But
the flute, that's so nice. Oh, this pod's been amazing.
Oh no. Locke's gonna be cruising.
The sprite I'm currently using is Asuna from Sword Art Online. It is good sprite. I'm looking for blue mail because I like the blue mail version a lot more than anything else.
I really messed up. I should have required you to use the Ori sprite.
Fair, yeah. I typically don't mind using any spray as long as it's got a shadow I can properly line things up with.
Ooh, my audio is really desynced right now. On the next break, I'm gonna have to reboot that.
The fire, wow, okay.
It's stacked.
It really is. Holy crap. And I still love that the pod is, of course, vanilla too. Which makes it even better.
Here we go.
Okay, so what do I need? 3, 4, 5, 6? I need 6 items.
All right, Locke. 3 boards down, probably.
That's fine. I got 6 items left, and I still have that that GT that's got X amount of items left.
Ooh, that's not a good start. Peach winning that is scary. I'm worried. I'm legitimately worried. I actually don't know what happens if you reset right now.
Do I know if... Okay.
Oh, I win the board. We're good. I miscounted my Happening. We're good. Whew. My account had me tying with Birdo and Yoshi's, which is still a board win. I would have been fine, but I wasn't confident, so it got a little scary.
Oh no, the chicken didn't go in the hole.
Oof. Might be the slowest birthday cake I've ever had. 32 minutes is rough. That was a bad board. And we didn't really get that many bad mini games either. It was just bad circumstances all around.
That's like board happening, I guess.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
There was a lot more happening on that one than normal too, yeah. Okay. Moving on to Woody Woods, where the strat is just kind of do nothing.
Dragon Tower. All right, Silvers.
Nice. How many items from Go are you?
I believe 6.
6 items?
I do know one of them's on sale, so if I find a shop, I'll find that.
Did you end up going back to your GT shop?
Yeah, it's small key to Pyro Castle in there. So, not really worth it.
What is on sale? What item?
I believe it's just anything that you can buy from either a shop or...
No, but like...
Oh, Turtle Rock Big.
Turtle Rock Big.
Yeah. So, kind of important.
Yeah. It's nice that you know that it's Turtle Rock Big instead of like mystery item or...
Yeah.
Like... An Aga Small, it'd be nice to know that it's there, but it's also like... doesn't take out a lot, whereas Turtle Rock Big, you know, you don't have to do as much Turtle Rock until you get it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although I guess Turtle Rock is a bit unfortunate because you don't really need the big key to do almost all of it.
Yeah, I realistically only need
2
2 items from the Turtle Rock Big, pretty much. The main thing I need right now is Samaria. Samaria would help out a lot for that.
So the strat for this one, for my end, is going to be happening spaces, and Birdo landing on one already is a bit of a problem. Where the star is, I want them all to cycle to the right side like crazy, because it'll just keep them away from the stars. The name of the game on these boards. Don't let them go through the star animations, and just live on the right side and waste their time. But
that's possible.
I also want to at least get through left side myself so that I can get some happening. I'm not going to go that way right now though, because I don't want to get flushed into the right side either. So we're going to stay in the loop.
Let's see if I can get a glove in here. A glove or a hook. I guess I won't get a hook shot here, but a glove or a Samaria would be nice in here. Grab my small key of this dungeon. That's definitely one of the vital items.
Well, you have a lot of small keys with GT. All right.
My music is East 4, or East 3 and 4 YS. There's my glove. That's a glove that's in logic if I have it on the small keys. Even without the hook shot.
Nice.
Okay.
Yoshi was owning me, dodging all my shots.
Yeah, the East series again, fantastic music, fantastic games. I love them all. Highly recommend them. Oh, that should be good. Yeah, glove is absolutely required. I need a glove to beat the boss in Ice Palace of Cold Stare. There's a giant block sitting on his entrance. So that's the one reason I need a glove at this moment. It also locks a good amount of entrances.
My hand, the AI showing their weird behaviors. Peach noticed she could land on a lucky space, so she spent her only key to get a mile away from the action and put herself out of the star hunt for a while.
Okay, I just need to find the shop that has the Turtle Rock Big, and I have every big key I need.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going,
Futon. You're going down. I know Eastern's got 2 vital items.
We practiced so much and I won so much.
I know.
Why do I gotta lose on the big stage? I don't know, you could get one pesky small key like last time.
It's the same small key. I'm missing the Aga small.
Exactly. So maybe you'll just miss it again. It'll even be in the same location too.
No, I checked that already. I guarantee checked that already.
Sound will be digging game and you forgot to do it.
I'm near that, so I can still do that whenever.
Darn it.
Plus, then you just reminded me too.
No. I don't even know if you've done it. I was just memeing.
I sure haven't. I mean, I got my pearl, what, like 10 minutes ago?
That's true. That's one of the harder parts about entrance rando, is that if you don't get a pearl for a while, you might forget some of the really obvious checks in the Dark World just because you've already walked by it as a bunny.
Multiple times.
Oh my god, will someone burn? Let me out of the minigame.
Ooh, Swamp Small too? That's another one. I forgot about that one.
There we go.
I did forget I needed that small key.
Alright. Birdo has run away with happening already. Somehow managed to get 2 happening in 2 turns on this map. But we're going to run away with minigame and coins, so I'm not too worried.
I almost forgot to activate my flute.
And all the AI are getting shuffled in the slow way, so I'm doing really good right now.
Yeah, I should have worn a Zelda shirt. I didn't think that far ahead. I never do. I'm glad Futon did at least, so we can represent the Zelda.
Yeah. I don't have a Mario shirt, so this is where we are. These are really good turns for me, though. The AI are just so out of the way, and they're not doing anything. The Yoshi might ruin everything with that warp block there. Yoshi has 2, actually, so
First dig.
Yeah, let's go this way.
It was possible. I'll take it.
It's time I leave my loop.
First dig's really nice.
So now I can custom block onto these happening and choose coins and just get a lot of bonuses for that. Oh no, 2v2. Dungeon Duos is in the list. Oh, everything's fine.
He never wants to see Dungeon Duos.
I don't mind farming coins on this one. A lot of the times when you're in a 2v2 coin minigame, you just don't get a lot of coins, so your partner doesn't have a lot of money. Because you're not really, you don't want them to succeed, even if it helps you, just because the less money the AI have, the less they can do on their turn. But this early on, just gonna get a bunch and be comfy on my coin minigame. Or not coin minigame, Coinstar.
The MSU I'm using is East 3 and 4. YS 3 and 4.
And then everyone dies in a tornado. The best end to a minigame.
Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds accurate.
It's so weird. All the other minigames are like, these people get shot at by paint, and then that one minigame is everyone dies to a tornado. Okay. All right, Mario Party.
Actually, go this way. Northwest Hyrule.
Don't ask me, I don't know.
I'm trying to think what I got up there. Because, of course, getting those hints of specific area has however many vital items is a lot harder later on when you have been keeping track. So I don't know what I've gotten out of Northwest Hyrule. I know I got a pod big.
Ooh.
That's all I know.
Big. Birdo's landing on Bowser. One of my favorite things I want to see from Bowser, and it never is there, is take 10 coins from everyone. Just really want to manage the economy.
Samaria out of Eastern, that's pretty vital, yep.
Stop finding vital items. Quit doing it.
I don't know, man.
Wait a little longer. I don't get why sometimes Bowser helps people who are low on money. This time they just took Birdo's cash, and who cares?
Right now, I'm in the part of the seed where I'm looking for 3 items at this point that I can start really full clearing everything I can as long as I know where dungeon locations are. I still have quite a number of entrances to check, but as long as I can get to those areas, they're really quick to check.
Alright. Give me some coins.
Mess that up.
Another thing that's worth doing is I should buy a plunder chest, just to keep the AI from having anything good.
That should be my last vital item in here.
Oh no, there's so many 2v2s. Okay, this one's not slow. We're good.
I'll just grab that. I don't have to worry about the big key chest, because there's only 2 vital items in Eastern. One of them being Samaria, one of them being the Turtle Rock Small. Because key logic-wise, it wants you having every single small key before you beat a boss like that, even with entrance random being entrance random. So I should be fine just to come back here and win game, or win boss.
I am on my second last board.
Okay, what turn are you on?
Turn 4 just ended, I believe.
Okay.
So I've got 16 more turns to go. I'm like not that bad on my pace right now, but Flock's been cruising today. Got a lot of powerful hints.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. It's okay, Lock can easily be owned by one small key, so.
So I can do... I just need the Turtle Rock... To find the Turtle Rock Big to beat that, I need the Hook Shot to be able to beat Swamp. And an Aga Small. And that's it.
I've had a lot of unfortunate moments. In fact, every board so far, I've had a very slow interaction on my sixth turn, which is the pretty much unresettable turn because you have to sit through 30 seconds of animations. So it's been rough. And then I had that very unfortunate birthday cake turn where I had to reset. That was rough.
There's my rock.
Plunder. No, Locke, stop hiding things.
There it is. Yeah, when we tried this without using hints, I definitely got a little stuck here and there with being behind by about 8 minutes. The hints aren't like the most powerful things, but they can help out a lot with a few things here and there. Like knowing where kind of like 2 specific items are incredibly helpful, even.
Peach, you have your own boulder. Stop punching me.
Okay.
So AI are very rude on this one.
It's up there. I have a flute. So I do. I wonder if...
I recently did testing on this one. If I could bounce off my teammate's head to air kick to make it go faster, and the math showed no. Doesn't really speed it up, and if you're bouncing on their head while you're trying to get back to the car, it actually loses time. So I'm no longer abusing my partner for bonuses.
Pretty sure this counts as part of North Hyrule. That should be the last shop. If I've counted all my shops right, that should be the last one I needed to find to get items, so... I got the important shop, the shop that had the Turtle Rock Bake, so that's all I really care about, but...
Alright, I'm 70% done.
Same. Roughly around there. The 2 things I need to find right now are actually Ice Palace and Swamp Palace. I have yet to find either of those.
Ooh, that's a good sign. It could be mitts locked. Wait, do you have that yet?
Nope.
Perfect.
I can go right to GT now, too.
That's like the only thing stopping you from entrances right now, right?
Yeah, basically.
Just the mitts? Yeah. Big roll, Peach. Big roll. Excellent. She is stuck going right side as well. I just want Birdo to not use her item because I want that. I'm going to steal it from her. Don't do it, Birdo. No! I wanted that. Alright, I'm going to try to steal Peach's triple dice then. Why did you custom for that?
Why not?
AI sometimes is just
That was a
wild.
pretty smooth try next skill.
Yoshi, you're ruining my plans.
Oh wait, no, I did find the entrance here. Where was that at? I didn't write it down. Oops.
Perfect.
It's okay, I'm about to pop out
Just
of the
what I
Rock
need.
main. Oh, it's there. Okay.
Bhutan, do you ever notice like specific AI kind of doing very similar games, like or similar things throughout your like runs with them? Like, will Yoshi kind of always do certain things or like anything like that, or is it all just kind of up in the air?
It's all pretty random. I haven't noticed too many. It's turn 6 again. How does this keep happening? I haven't noticed specific like AI behaviors on an individual AI, but I do notice there's a lot of like specific things that all AI will do that is just really weird. Like if they can't afford a star, sometimes they'll just go away from it when it really doesn't make sense to do so. So I don't know. The AI just really don't like going to a star that they can't afford. And it works out great for me, but nothing too specific on each individual. Not that I've noticed.
Hey, Futon, I got the mitts.
No. No!
They were in
Set
Turtle
down.
Rock.
And have to do a duel for 2 coins. Every board so far. Well, at this point, I'd rather it happen on Horrorland, just to get the whole... All 5 boards had to do something terrible on turn 6. That sounds fun.
Alright, the biggest thing for me now is where are Hookshot and Aga Small. Once I find those, that's pretty much, that's it. That's all I need.
Me landing on that actually sucks. Because now they can get the star, and things will start slowing down for me. Some great hockey over here. Oh my god. They're not even playing defense.
I think I need to go back on the GT right side to try and do that. That'd probably be my best idea here.
This is rough. I stole Peach's triple die, so she can't go fast, but now that they can go left side, they'll probably buy a star soon.
We do have both rods. Both rods have been found. Trinix has been killed. There's Ice Palace. Okay, cool.
If I'm lucky, Yoshi will overshoot the star here and have to go away from it and then get stuck out of the loop. Birdo is going to be a lot harder to control, though.
I'm half tempted to do Ice Palace normally to get the hints, just to try and find Hookshot. But Icebreaker's so much faster.
Chomp Call's really bad, too.
I'm probably just gonna Icebreaker anyway.
No, Yoshi.
Nope.
That's not far enough. Pick dice. Darn. That's a lot of money, too. Well, Birdo is going to fleet next turn. So there goes that.
Okay,
I'm just going to go this way. And try to visit Boo.
Nice little trick here of Icebreaker, letting you basically clip through that railing. Helps to route Ice Palace a little easier if you have all the keys. Don't have to worry about switches or anything. As to how it works, Futon would probably know that better than I do.
Yeah, essentially the way it clips you in, because of Samaria, it kind of counts as a wall still. And it's trying to push you out of the edge of the wall, and the Samaria, like, keeps you out of bounds the whole time. So it's trying to walk you out of the door, but Samaria counts as part of it, and then you're in a railing that also counts as part of it, so you just walk all the way through until you're at the other side.
Yeah, Futon knows how to explain the glitches, I just know how to do them.
Yeah, I have spent a long time on glitches. That was one of my specialties. I've gotten rusty, but...
Yeah, I mean, you still, again, know how to explain them more than I can. Like I said, I just use them. I learned how to use them, and I do them. I don't understand concepts. And we've also found the Butter Sword, which is not necessary whatsoever, but it does make certain bosses a lot faster. Cold Stare being one of them.
Wait, does that help anybody? Okay, here's the Fweed. We knew this was coming. I'm a little worried that Yoshi's going to buy the star anyways. Not that I'm worried that Yoshi's going to win. It's just the time it's going to cost. Oh, perfect. That's a great spot. No one's going there. Now I just need Yoshi to roll a 6 or higher.
Do I know where Bumper Ledge goes? No.
Has Birdo left the starting loop? I think so.
Sure. Birdo's doing what she wants to do. She wants to stay in the comfy loop.
Perfect, Yoshi. Actually, this isn't that great. I mean, Yoshi spent their dice, so I'm pretty happy.
Inside the dungeon, this is the one instance I need a glove for. That rock, or that block right there is the only thing I need to lift up for the dungeons.
Probably could have used my triple die and get out of there. Hammer drop. Oh, big money. All right, we have coin minigame, or coin star now. Oh god, I almost... My brain was still on dizzy dancing, and I almost just walked off the edge.
Nice and simple.
So for anyone who hasn't really figured out dizzy dancing as a Mario Party player, you move in the opposite direction that you're holding. So that's a bit hard on the brain sometimes.
Really? That's it? I thought it was just a random direction.
No, it's just
Like-
opposite. Fully controllable.
Because I thought it was like left sometimes is up or down.
No, it's kind of silly. They
What did I learn?
make you dizzy enough. It would be cool if they did that, because then it would be harder to handle, and people who know what they're doing can't just bully the people who haven't played before.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of a different minigame that's more so like that. Or maybe it's like that in Mario Party 2 instead of Superstars.
I can't remember the last time I played 2, so I don't have the answers for you.
It's been a while since I played 2 as well.
Hammer Drop is a game that should probably be removed.
Yeah.
80 coins, that's fair.
Hookshot.
I think that was the first time I've ever gotten every single coin drop, though. Sometimes I lose like 4 coins out, and it's someone grabs them, and it's like, not a big deal.
I found Saha a long time ago. I should go raid his closet.
The way
Oops.
minigame counts for the bonus star is if you get at least 1 coin on a coin minigame, or if you literally come first in the minigame, you get the minigame win. So in that coin minigame, if they even got 1 coin, it would count as a win for them. But because we locked them down to 0, no one got a minigame win on that situation.
This is probably not going to be anything. I don't think I'll find anything in entrances like this, but I'm going to open them up mainly because I like the blue mail sprite. Blue mail can be in an area like this.
Perfect.
Plus,
This time I'm going to take the dice. Yeah, Locke's going to give me extra time, and then I'm going to beat him.
No, man,
Sneak in with the win. Oh, is this too far?
I
Did
need
go
to
too
beat
far back?
3 dungeons. Well, 4 dungeons. Swamp,
Double happening
Mire,
in 1 turn.
GT Aga. That's all I have left.
This might be the fastest Woody Woods I've had in a long, long time. I don't think anyone's going to buy a star.
This is probably going to have all
Pretty good.
nothing. Unless
Don't
they're
be
not
Honeycomb
counting
Havoc.
Powder as vital. This should be nothing.
Why?
Blue mail! Yay!
I've been paid.
I got blue mail.
I got Honeycomb Havoc.
Oh, yay! He's in pain. I'm happy. Great. This is great.
I had to open my mouth and say the fastest Woody Woods. I had to use those words.
That's your fault.
Oh, jeez. This has been a really rude speedrun so far for me.
Yeah,
Very
this
behind.
This has been kind of nice. Until the Pearl, a nice cross keys.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Swamp.
This is a painfully slow minigame. Holy
So
cow.
Yeah,
bad.
it is.
Yeah. And the AI they just take their time sometimes. Like they'll just watch the dice go, and they'll, like Yoshi, just waiting. Is Birdo gonna kill me? Just take the 1, Birdo. Be kind. No, okay.
Now, I'm not checking the rest of this dungeon. I'm going to check this one chest I'm out. I do not want to do Swamp without a hook shot.
Well, and now I just watch. Yeah, this minigame is 1:40 at least. And you're hoping for a 30-second minigame as an average, so it's pretty bad.
And sometimes you don't even win because the AI is just like, no, you don't get to win.
Yeah, you can easily win the last 2, but prior to the last 2, it's really just up to what the AI hand you. Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to take a 1 or a 2 there, because I'd hand it over to the AI with 2 2s to knock me out. But if I take a 1, they might just take, like, I guess if they take a 1, I can also take a 1.
That, what?
But I could still be in the same boat if they also take 1s again. So There's always a chance of losing in that situation.
Now we get to Meyer. Meyer with the East Pack has one of my favorite songs.
Fortunately for me, I'm not worried about my coin count, and I'm already good on minigame and happening, so I win the board. It's over. I just have to get through it at this point. I might not even lose time compared to my averages on this one, just because of how bad Woody Woods can go and how quick this was up until that point. So overall, not too hurtful to my average estimate, but what are you doing, Peach?
Her best.
You're in second place.
She's doing her best.
Don't throw me into a minigame.
Hey, my mirror shield.
Oh, she's big braining. She saw the lines and how much coins I had. She found the best way to waste time. And we have to wait for all these coins to be redistributed. Fortunately, this doesn't change coin star at all, because everyone gets the same plus 70 right here. So it has no effect on that. It's still awful.
Have I gotten my last pendant yet? I don't think I have. Man, I can't check the ped yet.
Is Yoshi gonna warp?
That's a lot of coins you have around there. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're gone now.
Well, I didn't see how many coins you had, but I'm saying like just for Revolution.
Yeah, they were mostly all mine. I had 170.
Oh. I
I had a good 80 coin hammer drop, and they're not mine anymore. Oh god, there's so many 2v2s. They're really trying for that dungeon duos, and it's right there. Oh, between the two slow ones.
Okay,
The Sky Pilot's also very slow.
Pendants yet?
I never really noticed how awful the audio is in this one. This minigame is just a bunch of jingles from Goombas getting shot.
There's another neat little trick there, a rail clip. You put yourself in the door a little bit, do a couple of sword buffers, dash through the rail. Normal things.
Same thing as the icebreaker for how it works. It's just that because you're dashing, you're moving more pixels at a time, and that's enough to clip you into the railing, and then it can't put you out, so it continues you to the other side of it.
And I will say too, all of the like little glitches and things I'm doing are race legal. The mainly like banned glitches for racing is clipping through, kind of like on Overworld more so. I can do a lot more
of
actual
solid
glitches.
object clipping isn't allowed, but icebreaker is for some strange reason. But I mean, we're not going to argue it because it's fun.
There is.
It's kind of like those are the only real applications of that glitch.
Because Cyber Down doesn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Cyberdown's
walk
pretty
on
mild.
water. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else is like mild railing stuff, whereas most of the band stuff is like, oh, you're really not supposed to be in that wall, huh? Like
No,
stuff like
no,
that.
you're not.
All right. I'm done with my fourth board.
Okay.
Slightly
And,
behind schedule.
We'll go ahead and pause here between boards again like last time. So go ahead and
Alright.
count down a pause when you're ready.
All right. We'll get through this part. And
I'll get
then,
as far into Meyer as I can.
all right. We'll pause in 3, 2, 1, pause.
Okay.
All right. Well, chat, you know the drill. We're going to take a quick break to stretch, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do this last board, finish up some dungeons, and see who's faster. So don't go anywhere. I just wanted to let you know that if you want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to on all of our social medias and whatnot, you can use exclamation point links in Twitch chat. Get a nice little link for all of the things. Looks like somebody just used, or the Moobot just used it, so that's nifty. That's all I had to say. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it back over to our runners, and they can finish off this race.
All right, so it's on your
All
turn.
right, Locke. My turn.
Yeah, your
Right.
turn.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go again. All right. Horrorland is my last board.
Oh, that wasn't a dash at all.
So let's get right into that.
And I have 4 dungeons left, technically. With
4
2
dungeons
items
left. 2 required items versus
Yeah, let's
1
do.
board.
Then we'll double check, double count.
Can't believe you haven't found a hook shot still. It's late
can't
in. It's
either.
kind of shocking.
A little bit.
Can't believe it's in your swamp grounds.
No, it's not there. What are you talking about? Never. No.
All right, so another board, another strat for me. Oof. Going last is fine. It's not a big deal. So the strat for this board is actually just stay in the first loop and live there. There's really nothing you can do to influence the AI significantly. Unless the star is right there. All right. I have a new goal. So my new goal is to pay the thwomp to get it to block the star so that when nighttime rolls around, they just can't go that way. So that's my new goal. I just have to have 2 really high dice rolls or I won't make it there in time. So we'll see if I can do that. I have to make sure the AI don't get a lot of money either.
Ooh,
So they might beat me there and pay for it.
That is 7 crystals. That is a new song on the Dark World Overworld.
Ooh.
Yeah, we talked a little bit when we were on break that I forgot to do a couple things, so I'm gonna go take care of those right now. Because there are a potential of 7 items.
Locke's getting an advantage. He gets to think while we're waiting.
Yeah, Futak can't really think because, I mean, he can think about his actions, but they don't really help him.
Study
Until-
my board.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I get to actually think about, hey, I missed Hype Cave in Saha's closet. Let's go take care of those real quick. Because I found this as a bunny, but it couldn't open up the back here for the 4 items.
I might legitimately... Wait, can I buy a mushroom? Yes. Where's that?
Ooh, that's a Agasmall. And my desert small.
Perfect.
Okay. Wasn't expecting the desert small there.
All right, I'm guaranteed able to make the thwomp now, so I can buy it, block the star, and then while it's daytime or nighttime, they can't purchase it. So this might actually be huge for the speedrun. Hopefully, investing heavily in this strategy isn't going to hurt me in the long run.
Oh, I miscounted shops. That was another shop. Okay, whoops. Okay, that's nothing. How do I get to Saha now?
Perfect line. This is also a really fun minigame. Oh my god, Berto, that is a terrible line.
They all did the loops though, and you didn't. So like,
You don't need loops to win. It's only 8%. You gotta get loop skip in. Doesn't even save time because unfortunately the AI move just fast enough that you can't push them with the side of the screen. It's just fun.
Okay.
Nothing beneficial.
What did I leave in Saha's closet for 2 hours?
Oh, Peach, don't do this to me. Do not give Peach a lot of money.
Oh, well, it makes sense. The hook shot. The hook shot was back here. Futon, I have bad news.
It's fine.
I have
You
some
don't
very
have go
bad.
mode yet.
Yes, I do.
No.
You did miss the part where Agasmall was in Hype Cave.
I did miss that.
The 2 things I needed were
Can't
basically
believe you
back to
skipped
back.
both of them.
I can't either. I actually, no, I can believe
Wow.
it.
This
I
would have
can-
been a landslide.
I can believe it. I'm
How
glad I
dare
looked
you.
at my map.
Heck and Locke getting the best seat he's ever had in our races on the live stream.
This is the
my
most.
channel
bully.
points. No.
He's been sandbagging.
That's the way to do it.
Can't believe he's been lying to me this whole time just so he could win on GDQ.
I told you, my GDQ record is flawless right now.
Is this rolling me over? Am I in trouble? No, Berto didn't go that way. We're good.
I forget how many shows I've done for different randos, but I have yet to lose here. No one can take me down.
It's okay, you little... I don't know. You'll find a way. Do something dumb.
Can I do anything that's dumb?
He's gonna die with his blue mail and 15 hearts.
You have 15 hearts. I think I have a fairy too. I have 2 fairies. Wait, 2? I have 2 fairies.
Oh no. He's gonna run out of magic on Ganon. I figured it out. Even though you have silvers, and there's like almost no way that could happen.
I don't have half magic. Oh no.
Yeah, tragic. Tragic fate for me here.
It's okay. I'll take my time clearing the gauntlet, clearing Naga Tower, Ganon Warp 30 times. Normal things. Yeah, I'll fall Ganon a couple times. This guy will just dodge me every time I try to do anything.
You're fighting all these bosses and doing this epic stuff to win your game, and I'm counting Goombas.
That missed? I don't know. I'm actually not having a good gauntlet at all.
Perfect.
So, there's a start.
We have 8 turns left. I'm catching up, Locke.
Okay. No, I missed. That one should have missed. I hit the back of his neck there.
Yeah, the arrow collision's very interesting.
It really kind of is.
It's like when you shoot the Armos too early when it activates and you hit it on the far right side of it. Okay, perfect. She can't afford it. She goes to Bowser, takes all our money. Just take our money, Peach.
Oh, I missed. No. I missed again.
This is going great.
I'm having such a bad gauntlet. Oh, man.
See, like, right there, Bowser just took 2 coins from last place. I don't understand why sometimes they are nice. I'll never learn that. And I'm about to have a good Horrorland, too. Why'd you have to win? What were you thinking?
Because it was my turn.
It was your turn. Except I won the series. So, ha. Oh, no.
But I won the war, so you know.
I'm sabotaging myself.
Don't worry, so am I.
No.
I got red mail.
Hey.
This is definitely a sprite I prefer the blue mail sprite on. Like, the red mail sprite isn't bad, but I prefer the blue mail. I like the blue mail sprite. I want my half magic.
Just gonna wiggle on Luigi.
Moldorm, please.
I have no interest in coins.
Wow, there's a Meyer small here.
Oh, no. Fredo, get out of the way. Oh, man, that's way too much money. Oh. I was trying to avoid them.
I'm only missing 3 keys at this point. I'm missing 2 pod smalls and a Skullwood's big.
Alright, Locke, new rule. You have to beat the game in logic, so you need those pot smalls.
Hey, what's the record for blue balls?
Yeah, there you go.
On Aga 1, I think you can't get more than 15.
I've heard of people getting that. I haven't seen it. I think the most I've personally seen is like 11.
I think I've seen 7 or 8.
Oh,
on
this
Aga
isn't
2,
the thing that does that, is it?
No, Aga 2 can, but his doesn't matter as much because he has the 2 clones.
Yeah.
So you can guaranteed usually get a hit in no matter what. The Aga 1's the one that can definitely send a whole bunch at you.
Yeah.
I was trying, Futon. I was trying.
It's okay. Well, he hasn't been there yet. We'll get him.
Go back. I have to actually think how I'm going to do this.
It'll get in his head and you'll miss a swing and you'll actually get more than 15.
No. That'd be awful.
That would be so awful.
Alright, I hope you like the top of the pyramid. I'll be back here in about 3 to 5 minutes again.
Quick, turn on crowd control.
I hate that my GT and my Aga were in the same spot, just in different worlds.
What do you have left dungeon-wise?
This in Swamp.
Alright. So that's like 6. I guess actually kind of a slow tower. It's like got like 7 minutes on that, right?
Yeah, roughly 7
Oh god,
minutes.
it's my turn.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to your turns.
It's okay. The AI are bad. I don't need to do well. I just have to beat them. I just mash L and R on that minigame to skip them, and I kind of forgot that I have a turn to play as well. It's good thing I went last. I might not have noticed.
All Dungeons is the one reason I actually like Aga Tower, because of the song. That is it. If I didn't have this song in this tower, I would hate this place. But the song makes it better.
Ooh, Peach might ruin everything here. I hope she goes left. Everyone else is kind of screwed and won't make it to the star, but Peach might cause problems. That's the worry right now.
You know, Futon, I don't think we told everyone. Do you want to talk about what you typically do on your streams? Since I don't think we've gone through that yet.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got I kind of do a lot of different content through speedrunning and multi-worlds for Link to the Past. I guess that's a good starting point since we're doing that right now. Locke is playing some Link to the Past, but that's pretty standard content on my stream as well as Zooters. And then outside of that, it is Hat in Time speedruns, Clubhouse Games speedruns, Mario Party speedruns, and then very frequently there's Phasmo speedruns, though we've taken a small break from that lately. So it's a kind of a large variety of the speedrun content. Oh no.
Yeah, Futon does a lot of speedruns. He's definitely been getting into the Phasmo a lot more. I didn't know you were actually taking a break, so that does make some sense.
More just not like a chosen break so much as just weren't feeling it.
Gotcha, one of those. Okay, gotcha.
Stuff going on.
Yeah.
Been,
meanwhile,
playing a lot of other stuff.
Meanwhile, I do race a lot of Link to the Past. I play a lot of randos. I play probably too many randos.
And then a bunch of other games.
Yeah, so the main thing that happens on my channel, on the other hand, is there's a BizHawk shuffler, which shuffles what game you're playing every so often. I have been in a BizHawk shuffler for over a year now. I am 1,460 hours in, 300 games remaining. It's a very long, ongoing process. But it's been a lot of fun. The shuffler is great. You get to see a lot of different games, a lot of different randos. Just a wide variety of games. Yeah, the shuffler has been my absolute favorite thing to be streaming lately. I've enjoyed it immensely. It's been good for chat interaction too, because I'll have chat choose some of the games that go into it. And then I enter way too many random tournaments. I'm in 4 at the moment.
It's always a tournament. Locke, you want to play games? I got a tournament race today. What tournament? Every time. So many.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. In about 6.5 hours, I do have another Cross Keys race.
It's a mad lad. He's always gaming.
At 1 a.m. for Pacific, normal things.
No, Birdo. See, I didn't get a terrible event this turn. But Birdo rolled a 1, and now it's going to become daytime, and Birdo's going to buy the star and slow down the game.
I gotta sit here for a second, though, because this is another fantastic song from this to Miss You. I'm going to give Futon some time.
Yeah. I have, after this minigame, 4 turns left. So we're...
only 4? Okay.
Yeah, only 4.
I'll go beat the dungeon, then.
Got like 8 minutes.
Well, hold on. I got to make sure I'm in go
minutes.
mode. And it's standing in front of Ganon. Yeah, I'm on a very opposite schedule what I should be on sleep-wise. I don't wake up till about 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. Because I don't go to bed till 7 a.m. You know, normal things.
Just always gaming.
He's not wrong. I have been playing through Scarlet Nexus, and that game's been fun. So
Nice. I recently picked up Skyward Sword offline. Very
nice.
fun game.
Also,
I learned about the
Cross.
start of the Zelda series finally, and it's quite enjoyable.
Okay, doesn't it go what? Skyward Sword, then Breath of the Wild?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds right.
The Skyward lore is actually really neat. Now that I've learned about the origins of Link and Zelda. Very good stuff. The star is right behind me. That's kind of rude. Am I even winning in Coinstar? How does Birdo have so much money? What has Birdo been doing?
He's going. There's another instance of the diver down. When you basically just leap into the water, walk on it, and not have to push the switch in the room to my right. And drain the water.
I need some real fast mini games. Give me Pokey Pummel.
Yeah, you can give them all those now, that's fine.
And what's the football one again? I don't remember the name.
No, we are
Tackle
officially in go mode.
takedown. That one.
At least I am. I guess Futon technically can't be in go mode till the last turn. That's
I'm
how you
in
know
go
he's a
mode
guaranteed
on
win.
turn 1. Gosh.
You're right. This is the last engine I need to beat right now. Yeah, I kind of have looking for half magic just for safety, really. I don't necessarily need it, of course.
Oops. I was mashing A by accident.
I also have a habit of checking too many chests at a time.
That's why I don't race rando too much tournament-wise. It's just, I don't like leaving areas behind because it's faster and risky. I don't like playing the risk-reward. I just open everything. Much more enjoyable for me.
Okay.
Oof, strike.
Alright, and then for chat's sake, and I want to see what's on it too, we're gonna go check ped. Now that I can.
Yeah. I got a slow baseball mini game.
And then we'll be Ganon.
I think this is one of the slower mini games too. Although it's pretty enjoyable. It doesn't really feel slow because you're always doing something, but it is, and there's no timer, so you can't really get a feel. But every pitch is about a second and a half.
Yeah, honestly, the baseball game's pretty fun. I do enjoy it.
Yeah. One day I'll get perfect. Still only have a 29 on my record.
Oh no.
Someday.
Okay, a bot to add channel points into the shuffler.
Oh boy.
I know someone that can abuse that.
Research is thinking big right now.
Oh no.
I love it.
Is it customizable with channel point like prices? Because I do have someone that has too many channel points. I think they said they had 1.2 million. So you know.
Set the code up so that specific people have to spend more, you know?
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
It's too bad you can't put like a month-long cooldown on specific users on that type of thing, just to
Just on in general.
stop
yeah.
specific overspendings. Because if one person is hoarding, you want to not ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah, hold up. Chat made a good point. You said you don't like racing rando because of the risk-reward situation. Why do you speedrun Mario Party?
I've gotta go. It's I don't know, it's a different feeling. It's not as competitive. The competitiveness is a lot easier. I also just like, I don't know what happened to me, but like as a kid, and I play like a lot of hockey, I didn't have any issues, but when it comes to races on the internet, I don't know what's changed over the many years, but now I'm like a nervous being. I don't handle pressure well.
Which, I mean, it's actually completely fair for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like, the pressure or anything like that. That's not over.
I'm just gonna take a death on this minigame. I've already got minigame lead. It jumped me. Oh, wow. Okay, that minigame everyone dies on purpose. I have learned something today.
Do they?
Throw ice rink risk.
Oh. But I'm sorry, Futon. You didn't throw it fast enough.
No. 2 turns left. I'm gonna...
Okay. Honestly, that's still pretty close. 2 turns? Oh, that is decently close for us. But we are done with Link to the Past.
There. Have to let the Speedrun Discord know that I've learned that. So someone asked recently, and we didn't give them a full list of games. I didn't realize that was one of them.
Learning something mid-marathon run. Love to see it.
I've always tried to come at least, I've always tried to interfere with the AI in that one, which is hard to do, so it doesn't really work out. I've never tried to die immediately.
Okay.
Heck in the lock.
What can I say? Quite easily, actually.
Stay up. Cold-blooded.
You should know by now. I can do this stuff quite easily. I want to say, like Futon said, we don't typically do random races or anything like that because he's not, the biggest race person. So we've never really raced each other much until this point, until we've been doing these practices. So, but I'm happy to. I'm not winning in record wise, but I won the war. Yeah,
you won the important race.
Exactly.
That's the fun thing about this show is it's super low pressure, right? So yeah, it's a race, but is it a race or is it just hanging out with a buddy playing some video games?
Exactly.
So, every time we've done this, it's just been a buddy, hanging out with a buddy.
Yeah,
it's been a lot of fun, honestly.
Yoshi, that was sad. Peach went in a straight line. Oh my god.
Yoshi's doing his best.
Is he? Is he off the team? I think he's actually performed worse than Birdo today, which is saying something.
He's throwing
so
for content.
Locke, you're still undefeated on GDQ, huh?
I am. From what I can remember, I believe I've been on GDQ for 3 different SMRPG random races. 2 or 3. I have to get back to you all on that. But I've won all of those.
Gaming at its finest.
Those were a couple years ago, though, so I don't think that's going to happen again. But now I've got
show after this one, Grudge Match. It's also race-oriented, and we might have to talk Rosentia into trying to get you to break that record.
Okay. I will gladly accept any challenge. I have no self-control, as we've talked about with me running tournaments and races and everything. I have 0 self-control.
I'll come out of Mario Party and beat you up on cross keys. That's how it'll be.
Oh, it's okay. We'll just switch. I'll do Mario Party, you do cross keys.
There we go. That's actually a good thing to mention is Mario Party. If you guys want to speedrun this game, it's actually not difficult at all. You just have to learn what minigames are fast to lose, what minigames are fast to win in certain ways, and then just have a good idea of the board and what makes the AI work. It's really simple. I think some of the top runs on the board are from the first couple weeks of the game coming out because people just had a really good RNG run. So if you want to pick up a good speed run, it is really chill and pretty easy to get into.
So you're playing on normal, but they're 3 different difficulties? How different are the 3 difficulties?
So easy, difficult. Oh no, it showed up. Dungeon Duos to finish it off.
Perfect.
Oh, all right. So easy is It's like shockingly no effort. The AI are terrible at every minigame, and it's honestly, so it could be a little slower than normal even, because sometimes you're just begging the AI to do something while you're waiting for them because you've already finished a minigame a while ago. Normal, as you can see here, it's kind of, I call it the standard because it's both easy and difficult. Sometimes the AI just game out of their minds and beat you, and sometimes they are just blocks for their brains and they don't do anything. And then I think hard is the more, if you're looking for a difficult Mario Party speedrun, that's a good sweet spot. Because I've tried Master, and I don't know if even I could confidently win all 5 boards.
So
They're scary good.
I've definitely watched some videos on Master speedruns. Apparently the Master AI also can cheat a lot more with a lot of the stuff even on the board, because I've seen one of the videos where they used a custom blaze block to perfectly land on a hidden block to get a star. So you have to deal with things like that as well. A lot of things going on with Master AI, and of course they're usually perfect in mini games. Like some mini games, I don't think you can outperform them easily enough.
Yeah, and then there's a 5th speedrun that is not all boards, and it's you go to the Mount minigame and you do all 100 minigames as fast as you can. You got to win all of them, and that's a pretty fun one as well.
Okay,
I haven't run that myself, but it's pretty neat.
And then, of course, Link to the Past, you can do anything, really. There are so many different varieties of random you can do with this game. This is only like a small part of it.
All right, Locke. So in our practice, I've beaten Locke 4 times out of 5. One of them we can call Locke winning. He just made a mistake. I'm only a minute behind my average. And you blew me out of the water. I did not have anything close to a 221 on any of our practices, so that was really good.
This was actually a really good seed, yeah. Because I didn't have to do what... I had to do a couple entrances here and there. I didn't touch Skullwoods at all outside of the boss.
Ooh.
I just completely ignored that.
Odyssey. I like that suggestion. Both really good games that came out near each other. Hat games.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about what I could do to versus your Hat in Time.
I lost the board.
You did?
How? Hold up.
Wait, Birdo's the one that beat you too?
It's Birdo. What have you done?
Perfect.
This is new. How? Okay, where's this? Bonuses. What happened here? Oh, they tied me in happening. I knew that happened. They had. How did they get rich? Where did they get all their money? Because I was worried about that earlier. I was like, why do they have so much coins?
Wow.
Oh my god, they have so many more coins than me. Holy moly. Birdo, where did you get all this? Let me guess, lucky spaces? 3 lucky spaces. That's not even all of it. I don't even know.
Wow, they beat you by a lot.
Crushed them in mini games too. How did they get so many coins? Does anyone actually know the answer to this question? I made 50 more coins than in mini games. Where did they get their money?
Did they duel either like Peach or Yoshi?
No hidden blocks. No chance times. There was no verses. I don't think this list shows duels, but I don't remember. Did they duel? How? They must have gotten like massive coins from this.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. I was bullied on the last second.
So normally Futon would have to restart the board here because he lost. He didn't win, but you know, well,
this is what I get for making fun of Birdo at the start of the stream.
It really is.
That was incredible.
You really do.
Oh my god.
That's a way to finish it for sure.
That was genuine shock. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Well, on that bombshell, thanks, chat, for being here. This is actually the last episode of What's Faster until after AGDQ because of all of the holidays and me traveling to help out with the event and stuff. So you won't see me back for What's Faster until the middle of January. But we still have Grudge Match right after this tonight. and all of our other hotfix content. So make sure you're still tuning in. I want to thank Futon and Locke again for putting on a great show. What a wonderful evening we've had here tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And like we said, we enjoyed definitely practicing for this as well. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, chat, if you had fun, make sure you go and follow both of these wonderful gentlemen and check out their streams. But that's it for us tonight. So don't leave. We're going to go to a quick break, and then Brossentia will take over for Grudge Match.